What's going on, everybody? Long time no see. Ellie, Melvin, what's up? Little daytime show, something different. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. Let me see here. Let me play a song, see if we get some people to roll in. ATL, what's up? Let's see. Let's play this for start.
Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now. I'm gonna make you bleed out, listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change, don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave, cause your life is yours to save. Ain't nobody gonna change, everybody stays the same. So be different, make a name, huh?
I keep on moving forward, always getting closer, marching till it's over, and just like a soldier.
Defects has some awesome songs, I agree. And it's easy to play without wearing COVID. What's up, what's up? I heard it's Victory Day. That's ridiculous. Yeah, let's play something different.
It's ridiculous, I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless while others out there spitting shit. Got hits up on the chest. I see why other artists quit, cause people don't reward your shit. They love to hate, but hate to live. Society is swing and miss. And honestly, I get it, promise me you won't regret it. Wasting energy, forget it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit. Bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss. Be a legend, not a myth. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious. Rapping honest, just promise. Try to harness. As an artist, stay modest. It's a long quest. I will not quit till 10,000 people going off. When I drop this, I gotta make it now. Swear to God, I'm breaking out. Swear to God, I'll take a bow.
Let's play this old song. I always love playing this song. Here we go. Ready? Let's see. How about this one?
Hip hop parade. Hip hop parade for hippie.
From
we keep to YouTube,
just
can there be unicorns and rainbows? And he was met with troll shots and a ton of assholes. But he created a place for all to have fun. Talk about 1A, share some music, peace and sun. You're one of a kind man, and I hope you know it's true that I speak for everyone when I say we love you. Hey, 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 say, hip hop parade. Hip hop parade for hippie. So join him on his live streams and bring an open mind. Yes, with Hippie you should be choosing to spend your time. Keep bringing people together, Hippie, and sharing your smile. YouTube is better because of you and your unique style. Come share your channel link and make a new friend. It's Hippie the man whose love knows no end. And Hippie and I have a bond that we share. We both lost a brother, but he and I became a great pair.
We'll chat about that.
He has a mane like a lion and the ladies do adore. Hippie has subs and and fans galore. Hippie for president, released on YouTube. We love you to death. I just wanted to share with you this year groove and say hip, hip, hoppery.
Emily.
Hip, 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 hoppery for him.
John Denicola. AC, what's up?
We love you, man.
So let's see. No, I never got my public records request straightened out. Me and John Denicola did a a video of me going to the town manager and to the police department. I downloaded this public records request form right off of mass.gov. I got both of them to sign it, and I never got a response. So now I've got to write a letter to, I was talking to my wife last night about it, about sending out a letter to the state's attorneys to, now Annie's not back, AC, that's an old song. He made that for me a long time ago. Tiffany, what's truth? Auditing 2. April, what's up, hun? Woot, woot. So now I have 4 tries at a public records request, all fails. Provincetown, Massachusetts, sucks balls. I'm just saying. What's up, Doug? How are ya? Austin Murphy, space is fake. You think so? We were, me and Joe Cool had a stream a couple nights ago. We were talking about the James Webb telescope, and I miss that guy. Me too, AC. Every time I watch his video, it gets me going. Joko, what's up, my brother? Hippie for president, or at least on YouTube. Yeah, AC, I mean, Annie was a great guy. Miss him to death. Brandon, what's going on, my brother? How are ya? Waking and baking. Yes, sir. I got some fine tobacco right there. Provincetown equals corruption. I agree 100%. 4 public records requests. I've got a video of it. Even the town manager argues with me about signing the public records request. He didn't want to sign it because, just douchey maneuver that they want to pull and not fulfill a public records request. And it wasn't even a rough one. It was fairly minor. It was basically cop records, money spent by these officers. Any complaint forms filed on them. It was pretty basic information. These cops wanted to threaten my freedom for a camera. So yeah, of course, I'm gonna have a douchey attitude. Joe Cool designed the Joe Cool is a smart man. There's no doubt about that. Bacon. I want some fucking bacon, brother. Joko, Ellie, good to see you. Jim Busby, what's up? I'm in Oregon, so I can just call it good ass weed. Nice. Well, I hate to promote the smoking thing. I know YouTube's shunning it now, so Matthew, John, Emily, Joko, Brandon, Douglas, wowee, hello, much love to everybody. April Rain, woot woot. Keeper of the list. Gift Brandon Mitchell. Yeah, at some point here, I'm going to set up memberships and get that stuff rolling so you can do fun stuff like that. Jason Goddett wants to be the main icon for when you get a membership, so we're working on that. Hippie's slow at everything he does. April Rain. Love the background. Yeah, that's an oldie. I used to run this one all the time. It's kind of fun. Keeper of the list feels bad, man. So how is everybody? You guys all have a great weekend? Hippie went for a motorcycle ride yesterday with his son and a couple of his friends. I've missed you and everyone here. Yes, yes. Things are slowly coming back to normal. Life beats me up at times, you know? So I get a little depressed. I tend to shy away from YouTube when I'm having a depressed moment. And yeah, I've been depressed. Life isn't always a bowl of cherries as much as you might think it is. You know, I'm a recovering addict. I've been sober for a lot of years, but you know, I got a lot of things in my life that so depression is always a thing with the hippie. Sometimes more than not, I have a lot of pain issues. I was noticing today you could see my scar on my neck. Of course, I got yeah, you can't see it. Right there, that's the scar where the titanium plates went into my neck, and I have a lot of pain to that. I can relate to your depression behavior. Hey, Connecticut, man, it happens to the best of us, you know, especially, you know, when you're a recovering addict, you know, doesn't take much for your mental mind to try to push you over the edge to get high, per se. So, Ellie, good to see you, Ellie. Chilled on the beach, smoking blunts all weekend. Did you, brother? Man, that sounds fun. Here, let me get behind my comment. Smoking some. I don't even know. Half Pint is the name of the strain. Pretty good. Purple. Danny, holy smokes. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Yes, we all understand love. How's my connection? It's showing my internet's failing. Am I breaking up all the time? What's going on out there? Oh my God, I have same neck issue. I have 2 major neck surgeries in the last year due to motorcycle accident. Well, mine was a fall off of a step ladder, believe it or not, but I just landed wrong and fucked my neck up good. Cause your birthday's coming. No repeat, please. No, my birthday's quite a ways away. We still got 6 months, 5.5 months, something like that. And Ellie said maybe I can't have a birthday for a few years after the last birthday. And I honestly swear on my I have not had one drink since my birthday. That's how fucking shittily drunk I got, man. Bad news. John Denicola. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Hippie?
Nah, not too much. You?
Same crap, different day. I was
Gotcha.
gonna give you a heads up when I released those videos, but something came up this past week that kind of forced my hand, you know,
Gotcha. Yep.
and I just wanted to put that out there because for some reason, and I'm not trying to put anything out there or air dirty laundry, but for some reason, some people in this community decided to kind of besmirch my name. So I wasn't too happy about it. So that's why I released the videos, because that apparently my integrity was called into question. So I wasn't happy about it.
Pertaining to?
Well, apparently, you know, certain members of the community decided that they would create a sock account with my name on it. And
Okay.
one of the things that apparently was said is that apparently we don't do the work. And I just wanted to show people that we do the work. We may be behind the scenes and we may support other people that are out there doing the work, but we do the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as far as what's going on with your records request, you and I have had conversations about it. The next step, the next legal step, is that you have to go through the Secretary of State, which is William Galvin's office over here in Massachusetts. And you would have to take all the information you have, that we have, the videos that you have with the lieutenant accepting the request and not fulfilling the request. The one that I submitted, you can submit that video as well. You can submit the video that you and I did where we went to not only the town hall and dealt with the assistant city manager, who supposedly called the chief of police, but the one that we did at the police station itself. All those videos speak for themselves. They're way past their 10 days they were supposed to answer to the record request. If they wanted an extension, they could have filed for an extension. They refused to do so. And this is common, and you and I think had this conversation the day that we were there. This is common throughout Massachusetts. They're doing this everywhere. I don't
Well, I
care
gotta
what
tell
police
you,
station.
I had a discussion with my wife yesterday about it, because I've been a little reluctant to want to have to take it this far, but after having a discussion with my wife, she's like, "Fuck, why let them get away with bullshit? This is what they do to people. They bully people." Vic, good to see you, brother.
Oh yeah. And that's an absolute 100% true statement. I mean, you saw it yourself with my little short there with that state trooper over at D7. This is the intimidation factor that they think that they can do. And that's why when we were at the town hall and that assistant city manager was acting a fool, I'm like, how the hell do you expect us to listen to these people that are supposed to be enforcing the law when they can't follow the goddamn thing themselves? And that is a major question that they won't answer. They'll never answer that question. You know why? Because they know they're fucking criminals. Sorry, shouldn't have sworn. I apologize
No,
for that.
you're good.
But
You're
that's
good.
exactly what we're coming down
And
to.
and the worst part is it's not only the police department, it's the town hall. I mean, clearly the fucking the bullshit that town manager said when I was trying to get him to sign this file is just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you asked for a copy, a stamp, essentially a stamped copy, saying that he received it, when he received it, the time he received it, and he was sitting there arguing with you over it. Why? Because if he doesn't sign it and he doesn't put a date on it, guess what? Then they can turn around and go, well, we don't know when this was submitted. It could have been submitted back in October of last year in 22. We don't know.
Well, and John, the whole idea with having someone sign their name on it is so we know who received it, right? And
Exactly. It's creating the paper trail is what you're doing. And they don't like the paper trail because the paper trail is what hems them up. Just like the video trail that we did. You know what I mean? That video speaks for itself. There is absolutely no way the Secretary of State can deny the fact that that record request was made and they denied the request. What really pisses me off about this crap is they all say the same BS line. Well, if you don't like us, sue us. Well, you know what? I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop making record requests everywhere. And when they don't turn around and they don't obey the law, and I go through the Secretary of State and I don't get my record request, then I'm going to go pro se, and I'm going to go pro se in federal court. So they have to answer to a federal judge, not a district court judge, because a federal judge is going to hang them out to dry.
Hey, John, good to see you, hon. Douglas, I saw you post earlier about getting a pint of Jack Daniels and then giving it to a homeless man. Wow, you made his day. Holy shit. The entire system of government is corrupt, and it always has been, right?
It's insane. I honestly don't understand why we have to jump through hoops for things that they're required to give us by law. And if they can't follow the law, then maybe they shouldn't be in the positions they're in.
And it wasn't like anything I was asking for was a big deal. It was just the point of it that they were denying because I made him look like shit because she threatened my freedom for a camera. What did she expect I was gonna? It's like one of the few times I've ever been douchey to a public official. Because you want to threaten my freedom for a camera?
Well, yeah,
You know?
and what's funny is when we went into the police station, what was the first thing they tried to do when we went in there? They tried to get our IDs. Why?
Oh, they know who I am.
I know that,
Promise
but
you
I'm just
that.
saying. I'm just saying. Why did they need our IDs? They know that we can make these requests anonymously. They know that they have no right to that information. So what's the point? The point is, once they have your ID, they have your name, they have your address. All they have to do is punch that into the system with your date of birth, because that's on your ID. Once they get that, they punch that in. They know where you live. They get your phone number. They get everything they want, and then they can turn around and harass you for what? Because you made a request. This is ridiculous. And
Yeah, and
this
I
is
think
why.
the request was kind of basic. Like I think I said earlier, it was any complaints made, monies used, just basic information. It wasn't anything radical. And if they just texted and said, we need more time, blah blah blah, anything like that, or it costs money, I would have been fine with Lotus. Good to see you. So awesome, everybody swinging through. I love it. It's great. Good to see you all.
You know what the
Good to
funny
be in
part
a
is, though.
good.
The funny part is, had that woman and that cop identified at the cemetery, you wouldn't be here. Seriously. All they had to do was ID when they were out in the field, which they're required to.
Yeah, it's a law. Like I didn't even know it was a law until I'm pretty sure it was Press Now, New Hampshire, was in Massachusetts, and he's the one who pointed it out to the officer. And I'm no brain. I'm not really smart. I don't know all these laws. Like Josh. Josh knows all that shit. You know,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
pretty well versed.
Yeah. I got a crash course. That's why.
Right. Gotcha.
But you know what I mean? And that's what the thing is I mean, it all comes down to, had they just followed the law and identified when they were asked to, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be having a fight with these people consistently. I mean, when I went back there, and I think it was January, right, and talked to that the assistant city manager, he assured me that record request would be fulfilled. And look where we're at now. You know what I mean? So it's one lie after another after another. And I think that at this point, I think that that's something that should be exposed as well. I am. What's really more concerning about this whole situation is, where is the actual city manager for for Provincetown?
Well,
I have yet.
I've had a lot of problems with them before all this stuff came. When I did my first audit down there, they had this thing where you had to sign in at the front door, and I would just deny. I think one time I wrote like Mickey Mouse or something. And I said to the guy who was taking the thing, I'm like, this is pretty surprising, being Provincetown what it is. And, that's John Denicola Lotus Flower. Being what it is, Provincetown and openness and blah blah blah, that you would make it so that I have to give up my rights to enter the town hall by signing my name. My Fourth Amendment right to be safe in my papers.
Yeah.
Amazing. And I walked right by and didn't sign in and just walked through the whole place. And then when I asked for the town manager's name, that's a video on my channel. He denies. So then I
That's
said, I'm going
insane.
to sit here in this hallway until someone fucking tells me his name. And finally, the secretary came up. Wait, what? Why does Hippie have a big black penis on his forehead? Wait, I had to double check. That's my microphone. That's my mic, bro. That's my mic. Why you got such a dirty mind? Never mind. Hippie, I know it's been a while, but unpin the comment, please. Which one? That one? Did you
Well,
see the 14th Amendment, Tisa? Not sure what. Infinite, what's up, brother? Not sure what she's talking about. The 14th Amendment, TISA. What is there, a change or attempted change? Face fusion, tongue out. Ooh. Pale Emperor. You're right. It's a mic.
You know what I think is funny though is, like I said, is every time that I've been there, I have yet to see an actual city manager in that office ever. So what the hell? What are they paying this guy for? Because he's never there. Is he just a figurehead?
Cause it's kind of like these small towns. Cause Provincetown in the winters, it's a small place. So this is how they've been doing it for years, just bullying people. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get it, but I think that's part of the problem is they've been getting away with it, and that's
Yeah.
and again, we spoke in the video where I was talking to a gentleman named Mike Murphy who works for Senator O'Connor's office about this subject, and for me it's a heated subject. You know what I mean? Because I did the one down in Bourne. I did the one with you down here in Provincetown. I actually did another one in Plainville, Massachusetts, for a situation that I was looking into. Every one of these places, every one of them has not answered within the 10 days, or they just flat out refuse to answer. And the only reason why I got the one in Plainville to answer my request was I reached out to another one, my congressman out here, and I reached out to him, and he contacted the Plainville Police Department and the chief of police, who was actually one of the gentlemen who was on scene on the request that I was looking for. You know what I mean? So why do I have to reach out to a congressman to get something that I'm supposed to get?
I don't get it. I mean, it's their job, right?
Exactly. And the thing is
some of these town managers, like the one with Josh on that last video there, where the town manager was a douche. He made $300,000 a year or some shit. I mean, what the fuck?
Oh, you're talking about the one from Peabody, or are you talking about the one after that?
I think it was that Peabody?
The guy Mike, the one that was. Well, it could be
sitting in the office and the guy's getting lippy with him, and
that was Mike. I think his name was Mike. I know who you're talking about, because that was the one where he said that the homelessness was up 10% under his watch. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, that was Peabody. That was Peabody. Yeah, I know exactly. And you know what the funny part was? Is the next day after that video went out and everybody started contacting the proper people out there, he was suspended the next day.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I think you told me that. I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
Like me and you had that discussion. He could have just said, "Oh, I'll have a talk with the finance manager," and just been respectful to Josh. Instead, he chose to play the game, so he got what he deserved. Right?
Well, you know what it is he thought that his shit didn't stink. He thought that he was going to push Josh around. He thought he was going to push you around. He thought he was going to push the people around, and the people turned around and it backfired in his face. It just literally blew up on him.
Yeah.
Because
the town on and doing something about it. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think they had much of a choice. I mean, when you got and you and I had talked about this before, Josh has got a great following. He's got over 100,000 people that follow him. When you have that kind of backing and you have those kind of people turning around and sending emails, calling the town hall, calling the counselors that are out there or the city council members, they have to act. Because if they don't, what's going to end up happening is they're going to have these people showing up at their town hall meetings. And there's actually a case that just actually came out of Southborough, Massachusetts, where a woman was in a city council meeting and she was doing public comments, and the woman the gentleman she was speaking out against killed her mic, and they had her escorted off the property because she said stop being a Nazi.
Devo.
That case went in front of the Mass judicial courts. The woman won her case, and now you can go into a town hall meeting and you can call them mealy mouth cocksucker motherfuckers, and there's nothing they can do about it. You know what I mean? And that was, naturally, that's not the way I would go about things. You know what I mean? But
Getting there.
that's what it comes down to. And I think that with that in mind, now these city council meetings, the town halls, the school board meetings, they have no choice. If they don't act, what's going to end up happening is they're going to get bombarded by people, parents, people that are tired of this crap, the overreach. The fact that lawyer was a perfect example, being snarky, smart ass, giving them rude answers. He deserved everything he got. As a matter of fact, they probably should have fired his ass and canceled him like a goddamn stamp. Really,
Right? Look at,
because who needs it?
He says, keeper of the list says, 10 phone calls to start, 100 phone calls gets things rolling, 1,000 calls makes changes, right?
And he's 1,000% right.
What's up, you people? What's happening? What it is? Yeah, you people's going through that kind of small town bullshit, It reminds me of a channel that I watch all the time called What the Hales. Came out of nowhere. He's just almost
Jeremy.
750 million views this guy has, and he's been being bullied by a town for like a year. But the crazy thing is the guy has a ton of money. So he's been fighting the town, and if you haven't seen What the Hales, go check him out, man. What an amazing dude. He's taken on an entire town, and it's really good content. I enjoy watching him.
He's taken on
750 million views. Unreal. Worldwide.
Yeah, he's taken on Otter Creek down in Florida, which I'm wondering, because I know that Rogue Nation was dealing with a area down there, Walden County. I'm wondering if it's near that area, because a lot of places, there's a lot of small town places like that, they just do whatever the hell they want and think they can get away with it, because unfortunately, and that's a perfect example, because that's a small town. And the people there didn't have the ability to fight back, but he does. And now that he's there helping to back that town, it's turned into a crap show.
Look at this guy here. Connecticut Transparency says the town next to me is being investigated by FBI, IRS. They haven't paid any taxes to the government in years. What the hell? Brooklyn, Connecticut. Well, we know about Connecticut. A lot of the towns, though, were pretty respectful, but
they call it the Constitution. They call it the Constitution state, but I don't think that exists over there.
You people. Yeah, go check out What the Hales if you ain't seen him. Definitely a good watch. Great guy. Takes care of people. He's about the people. Yep.
But I think that the next step for you would be, like I said, get your stuff together, get your videos together, and send an email to the Secretary of State. They have a records department over there. I think I gave you the email before, and if you need it again, I'll grab it up again and I'll send it over to you. And that's the next step. I mean, because I'll tell you right now, the Attorney General and them, they don't want any part of it. They send you right back to the Secretary of State. They don't even want to deal with it. They're like, well, if we take it on, we would actually be representing the town. So they tell you that if you have an issue to contact the Attorney General, but apparently it's a conflict of interest, and they don't work for the people, they work for the towns. You know what I mean?
What's up, Chaz? What's he saying? Want to get reviews like Million? Go against city government. Laugh out loud. Not sure what you're saying. 5-Speed, what's up? What the hells? Yeah, great channel, guys. If you ain't seen him, check him out. Greetings, all. What's up, 5-Speed? How are you? Good to see you. 26 people.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. You remember when we did the one over in Weymouth, where I met up with you over in Weymouth, and I told you I was leaning over the balcony and heard him talking smack? For some reason, my phone overheated and it dropped.
Oh, I don't think I even dropped that video. I've just been crazy busy. Yesterday, I went into Boston on the bike with the kid.
Yeah.
Made a couple.
Did you get your knife back?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Dude, I don't understand that at all. That's ridiculous.
A city ordinance. Like, that's not even technically a law. Lotus Flower says, hit the like for Hippie. Yeah, smash that shit. Thank you, guys. Bud Files.
Boston police does what they want. I mean, if you go into a Boston police station with a phone recording, you're going to get thrown out. Any station that you go into, they'll try and throw you out of it.
I did an audit with Josh in the very beginning when I first met Josh, and there was a sign on one of the police station doors, and it said, no filming inside, blah, 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 blah.
But you know what's funny about that?
You want to test it, Hippie? Go ahead in there. He's like, I'll get you out of jail, and then we can test it. And I was like, geez.
Well, you know what the funny part about that sign is? There's two things that are hilarious about that sign. One, there's no Mass General law backing the sign whatsoever. So it's kind of like the ones that they have out in the New York police departments. It's a policy. And two, the guy that put those signs up is no longer the commissioner of the Boston Police Department. Those were put up by William Gross back when he was commissioner. And they were illegal when he put them up. What makes it even more egregious, right, is the fact that out of the first court, the first court of appeals in Massachusetts, which is a federal court, there is the court ruling of Perez, Project Veritas versus William Gross and Rachel Rollins, who at that time, I believe, was the district attorney for Boston, which specifically states that we not only have the ability to record them in the course of their duties, but we can secretly record them in the course of their duties. So how are you putting up a sign when you know it's illegal? And the best part about this is I've seen this happen where they turn around and they go, well, you don't like it, sue us. You know what I mean? I think, who is it? The Resistance, perfect example. He's tried to do that, and they've thrown him out of the buildings. Same thing. They keep saying the same.
We got UK Transparency. We got Up Yours. What's up, guys? Holla.
You know, you talk.
Seems like every day I see somebody getting arrested. It's like getting so prevalent now. It's ridiculous.
And, you know, and that kind of brings up another a pretty decent point. You know, some cops, you're not going to get away from getting arrested. There's no question about it. If they're overly aggressive, you're going to jail no matter what. But people seem to think taking an arrest is the way you get a lawsuit, and that's not true. If you go in, I guess an example would be if you go into the Boston Police Department, right? And that sign's there, and they go, and that sign says you can't record in here. You need to leave right now. If you ask the questions of one, okay, if I don't leave, am I going to be arrested? And they say, absolutely, they just violated your First Amendment right to record in a public building. That's a violation of the law. That's a violation of your rights. You right there have them on the hook. The other thing that, and I'm not by any means telling anybody what to do, how to do it, whatever. But for me, if I was going to go out and do that at a location like that, I would probably bring case law with me. And the reason why I say that is because with the case law in hand, once you produce that case law and go, here's the law that says I can do what I'm doing. If you're going to violate this law knowingly, now they're on the hook. Their qualified immunity is history. There's nothing that they can argue for qualified immunity once they know the law. And that's
UK
what they hope for.
Transparency says similar over here. They won't allow it to get to courtroom because they know it's going to create case law, right? So why aren't you walking in there with the article from court in hand? Mail it to them before present. Well, because if you pre-do it, then they're obviously going to act differently, right, Keeper? The idea is to just show up. You know, like I always say, I don't want any of that crap to happen. I want to go in and film in public and be left alone. I rarely talk to people unless they talk to me. I'm always respectful. I hold doors for people. I just want to do what I can rightfully do without being, you know, and occasionally people get flippy and then I have to return fire. But it's not really what I want. I'd rather have a good time and you know, have positive than anything else, you know.
And it's kind of like the, you know, a lot of people will go in there and they complain about the blue line flags that they have. You know, you can sit there all day long. You can quote the U.S. flag code, which is 18 subsection 700 and subsection 14. They don't care. They don't care that they're violating the flag code because to them, it doesn't mean anything because there's no consequences to it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, so they could just arrest you and do whatever, right? And then even if you get away with it, the charges get dropped. It still always shows on your record because that first arrest never goes away. And then there's nobody held accountable. So what does it even matter, right?
Well, I think what really is more egregious than that is even if you have that arrest sealed, it doesn't make a difference because if somebody does a background check on you, say you're going for a government job and they do a background check on you, that make a difference because if somebody does a background check on you, say you're going for a
pause. There you go.
Sorry.
That was me.
Yeah, so if they're doing a background check on you, that's still going to pop up when you're applying for a government position, even if it's sealed.
Someone win a lottery so we can pay for all these court fees. Like Lotus says, you know, these guys in New York City are getting arrested for asking questions. And, you know, it's a waste of the system, right? They're going to make these guys go into court and blah, blah, blah. Or are they just going to drop the charges and never make it to court? But you just got, you know, it's just 5-speed. You know, Smith versus Cummings. Georgia decision, 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, where photography of public employees in the course of their duties is a right under the freedom of press enshrined First Amendment. Thank you for coming, 5-speed.
When it comes to the different courts, like the 11th Circuit, the 1st Circuit, the 2nd Circuit, the 5th Circuit, the 9th Circuit, they're all different entities for different locations. You know what I mean? What a court will do is a court will look at those different entities and take that into consideration.
You people. All right. You can shut it off. What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Well,
so what they'll do is they'll take those separate entities. They'll take that into account when they make their ruling, but they don't necessarily have to follow those. The only time that they would have to follow a ruling would be if it came down from the Supreme Judicial Court. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. You're dealing with the tribe of 9.
Right? How's it going, you people?
Good. You got a tribe of 9? I'm dealing with like a tribe of 5 right now. It doesn't help that they keep fucking themselves up and keep getting kicked off of council and stuff. So it doesn't help on their end. But I'm dealing with a tribe of 5 right now.
Wow. So which 5? Let's see. Town manager. That 5 you mean?
Yeah, like the town administrator, the council members, and the somewhat mayor. It's a weak mayor system, so I would say the somewhat mayor.
Yeah, I was listening on your live the other day. I thinking it kind of reminded me of What the Hales. Like I always talk about that guy. He's kind of came out of nowhere to 750 million views, and he's fighting a town. It started with water bills, and he put a 2-inch pipe into his property, and it was like 1,000 feet, and they didn't put a backflow preventer on the pipe. So every time the town was doing work on the water, it would drain his 1,000 foot of 2-inch pipe, and then once they put the water back on, it would pump it back through the meter again, and he would get charged. And he would, just went through this huge fight, and now he's if you haven't seen him, take a look. Pretty sad. Here's the fucked up part, bro. They're charging money for the water that you can't even drink. He shows when it comes out of the tap. It's like disgusting. Like what the fuck?
Well, I've seen Go ahead, John.
No, you go ahead, you people.
I've seen What the Hales, and I guess it was before all of this debacle. Maybe it was after he started building his homestead. But the guy actually got his start doing like videos, like he was going to the casino and playing the coin slot machines. And but it's not a casino. It was a big old ruse. Like he's got his own machine, and he records like he's in the casino and puts casino background music to it. That's why I stopped watching the guy.
Oh, really? Someone just mentioned that today. That's the first I've heard of it.
No,
everything I've seen on What the Hales, he seems like a cool dude. I don't know.
He's got a few channels. He's got ASMR. He's got a few channels that he runs, and the one channel that I caught him on, he was working with a coin pusher, an Elvis machine coin pusher, and like he would claim that they're going to the casino, and the casino sets up the coin pusher a certain way and only gives you so many quarters for a certain amount of buy-in. And like they would stick like Apple iPods in there and like Bitcoins and stuff like that. And they would freak out. And they played it off for quite some time. That's how they got a big channel. But they started building a homestead and stuff because of the channel and everything. He had the money to do it. And I guess that's when all this started. But I stopped watching him a long time ago when I figured out that the coin pusher shit was fake. So
wow, interesting.
Yeah.
You people, what state are you in?
Right now I'm in Arizona, but I'm moving up to Colorado. I've been dealing with a town in Colorado for a while now.
Yeah, you should probably hook up with DMA, Sweet Tea, and them if they're in that area that you're headed to. I would say reach out to those people because they could be a good help to you. One other thing that I would say where you're having issues, I don't know what's going on with your situation, but I mean, there's all kinds of different case laws out in Colorado that should help you. I don't understand. And like I said, Smith v. Cummings is only good in the like the Florida areas. You know what I mean? And it's just a guide for any other court. I know recently in Colorado, Irizarry versus Yahia is a court ruling when it's dealing with recording of police and government officials. I don't know if that's helpful to you, but I'll just throw that out there. But again, I would probably reach out. There's a lot of guys out in Colorado that are really good people that may be able to help you.
Yeah,
I like what 5 Feet says. I'm in no state. Good.
It's all good. Let me give you a breakdown. So this is happening in southern Colorado, about 3 hours south of all of those guys. The only person in that area is Good Citizen Media, and I've been working with him. In fact, it was me and him that walked into this town to do what we did.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. Like, so we've been dealing with Aguilar for quite some time. We walked in with Citizen getting a hold of Good Citizen and saying, "Hey, the code enforcement has a gun out here. He was being threatening with his weapon and whatnot and so forth. They're writing out bullshit tickets." Yeah,
the building inspector has a fucking gun.
Oh
Code
yeah.
enforcer.
Oh no, he was building inspector too.
Hippie
got it
I
right.
remember that now.
Yeah, It was the code inspector who had building inspector on his resume, as well as emergency management. He got hired on as emergency management and then turned into the code inspector, and then they gave him the building inspector job as well. And he's not even certified for building inspection at all. Like nothing, but they made him building inspector. Yeah. I mean, it like we walked in on that, and then we found out that the water is crap. So we started digging in on that, and then we found out that the town administration is just like, it's just a clusterfuck. So we went in on that, and it's been a shit show over there ever since. I mean, we had code enforcement come on our panel and call somebody the N-word and get fired. All the way up to recently, where the town administrator and the ex-code enforcer decided to go on to somebody else's panel on YouTube and try and get a hit put out on us. So,
oh yeah,
wow,
yeah, yeah.
It's funny. It's funny you should say that, because I was actually watching GCM's video this morning where the white truck pulled up and was trying to call him out. Wanted him to pull up on his.
Yeah, that's John Paul. That's one of the ladies in the office's husband, who works for the town now, and he's been threatening Good Citizen Media like left and right and center, trying to kick his ass and whatnot. We got video of him trying to call over somebody to fuck with him. Like, the guy was walking across the street yelling, "Dave, Dave!" and fucking trying to get this guy to come over so he could like fucking do something.
What I apologize, because I know I was watching the last council meeting where they had to do the executive session on the young lady there that you're having the issue with. What was the outcome of that? Because I didn't get to see the outcome.
Well, the outcome was they went to executive session. They came back and they didn't even mention anything that happened in executive session. Tyra, the person that's involved in this, that created the hit, didn't even come back to the meeting. Tonight, there's supposed to be another town meeting, and the only thing on the agenda is executive session about personnel issues. That's it. That's the only thing on the agenda tonight. So we're trying to get people to sign up in the town to speak before the executive session, so maybe we can have somebody question them and figure out what the executive session is all about, or if they're going to come back and let anybody know what the executive session was about. But we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to try and keep it quiet as much as possible. But Tyra didn't go on leave. She wasn't put on administrative leave for it. She wasn't disciplined for it. She's still been working, to my knowledge. So
correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't conspiracy to commit a crime or for what she did? I would think that the police would have to be involved with that, because she's hiring somebody. She paid them, as far as I remember. She paid $100 for somebody to come out there and do some damage to you folks. So why are the police not getting involved?
Because the police are just as corrupt down there. If you been watching the news here the last couple of weeks, there was a Sergeant Trulio that we've been dealing with for quite some time now. He just got busted for manhandling a person along with his partner, tasing him 35 times, and now they're off of the force. I mean, the police are just beyond ridiculous down there. They don't help anybody down there. We tried going to them and they just blew us off and told us that we had to take it up with the town. So we went to the DA, and we've gone higher, and we've made our reports, but still nothing has happened.
Well, I just jumped in on this. I'm not sure what you're dealing with up there, the gentleman speaking, but the whole administration is run by a set of rules, obviously, within their administrative policies. These district court judges and the prosecutors, what they're doing is they're basically in cahoots with one another, but the district court judges now, the administrative judges, administrate, right? They are contracted with the director general through the Universal Postal Union. They're just supposed to be there calling balls and strikes, but they're in cahoots with the prosecutor, so therefore that's where this international terrorism and domestic terrorism comes in under the Universal Postal Union. And I believe it is Title 31, subsection 3123 that talks about that. Well, see, the Universal Postal Union now is there to protect the literary and artistic works of the peoples. Now, their vivid imagination in these communities definitely looks a little childish from my view.
Well, you have to remember that this is a town of literally like 500 people. You know, everybody knows everybody, and even the towns around
I'm dealing with that right now,
really not
Kentucky.
much bigger. So I mean, it's everybody knows everybody, and if they're friends, they're not going to go against their friends. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to try and go against you. I mean, I don't know how much pushback that we've gotten from out of Aguilar. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, come on, like this shouldn't be happening, but it's happening.
Why? Yeah. I'm dealing with a little bit here in Carrollton, Kentucky. So kind of a small town, kind of deep rooted in the corruption. You know, the high school childish behaviors and talents, right? But you know, I've come to the realization through my research and my journey, and I don't know, 15, 18 years, that hey, if there is this God that exists and all of these people took an oath to it, that would mean that every breath of air that you take is an act of God. Now, was it an act of love, or is it an act of hate on your part as an individual? The community need to really start stepping up and being accountable to themselves and their actions and their imaginations.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you think about it, the laws are there. It's written the way it's supposed to be, but we've been dumbed down.
Well, let's be serious. I mean, let's look at it from this standpoint. Serious. Yeah, but look at it from this standpoint. Lady of Justice has the scales of justice, and they're supposed to be equal. There is absolutely no way you're going to get a fair trial in any court, no matter where it is. And the reason why is because, one, the judges see the prosecutors all the time. Two, they also see the officers that are coming in and out of their courtrooms all the time. The scale of justice is automatically tipped in their favor before you even walk through the door. So for you to get equal justice under the law, you got to create it yourself. And that's why, like with the situation with Hippie, everything is paper trails. Everything has to be a paper trail because they can't refute it.
Yeah. Well, I completely agree with that, and they use that to their advantage. That's why the scales are tipped. I mean, even if you go into court and you go, well, I didn't know, the judge is going to look at you and go, ignorance is not an excuse. You're supposed to know. And that's one of my biggest things with the law is nobody knows the law, and they go, well, I didn't know, and they expect to not get in trouble. It's like, no, you can't do that, man. Like, ignorance isn't an excuse. You need to educate yourself on what's going on. They educate themselves. They're educated in it. That's why they're there. The problem is the people that aren't educated in it go through that system and get screwed.
Look at Lotus Flowers. I love her comment. She says that's because they're all playing golf together.
Hey, Hippie.
Go ahead.
I think I've heard you talk enough. Is it fair to say that you believe in this God, right?
I do.
Okay. And with that being said, when we get back to that Universal Postal Union by the Treaty of Berne that talks about protection of the literary and artistic art of those authors and originators, which would be life, wouldn't it? So every breath that life took would be an act of God, right? So is it an act of love that you're doing, or is it an act of deceit, hate, harm? So why aren't we holding the individual accountable to their own moral compass and their own merit within themselves as it should be, right? Now they all took an oath. So how are they painting all these pictures through their literary art form on the forms, that affidavits and warrants and all of this stuff? How are they painting these pictures in such a negative way that shows no compassion and love, but yet still following that way? People, the communities really need to look at, we need to look at ourselves and our actions and how we act and what we accept and what we will not accept.
I think, from my own experience, 5-Speed, from doing quite a bit of audits, I'm no big auditor. I'm not great on law. But what I do know is that a lot of these public employees, I think they lose sight with this entitlement because they're a government employee. Maybe their intentions were great for the people when they first started, but as soon as they get that, and I think it goes the same with a lot of cops too, they get that badge, they get that uniform, they get that, and they think
that
they're
title
better
of
than
nobility.
us.
A title of nobility.
Well,
Power is corruption.
I'd like to jump back to something that you people said. You people were saying that when you go into court, you can't claim ignorance of the law. So, by that standard, now you have officers that are claiming qualified immunity, which is exactly the same thing, because they're going, well, I didn't know the law when I did it. So why is it that the goalposts change when it's somebody with a badge? It shouldn't be. The goalpost should be the same. That would be equal justice under the law.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But you also have police out there that are trying to get people with border. What was it? It was like borderline domestic violence or something. Like, come on, you've got cops out there trying to create laws to arrest people that you already have the scales against you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to handle a person with a badge, the scales of justice are already tipped against you, because it doesn't matter what you say. It matters in court what the guy with the badge says. And I would love to fucking sit there and take this to court and bring it up in court, but you can't ever do that because they don't want to listen to you,
What if
Gregory, here you go, brother.
Well, I don't know if you guys have seen the newest videos that James Freeman did about the young lady who was married to the cop, and the cop went and got an order so that he could gain custody of his son, and he was the one abusing her, and he went in front of the judge claiming that she was allowing the abuse to continue. I mean, how the hell is that even possible? What judge in their right mind would turn around and take a guy who's a domestic abuser and hand a kid to him? This is the state. Because he has a badge, it's okay. So what happens if that little boy or little girl gets killed by this clown? Who's responsible then? Are they going to blame the mother that they took the child away from, who was taking care of him?
Well, isn't that the way it goes? Because he's got a badge. I mean, he's better than everybody else, including his own wife. Isn't that the mentality that most people have? I mean, you're going to side with the badge more than you're going to side with some woman, right? I mean, that's usually the way it goes, in my opinion, because I've seen it many a times. How about the woman in Scottsdale who had her windshield kicked in and the cops fucking arrested her, took her blood forcefully. They didn't even have a warrant for the blood.
The DUI arrest.
Yeah, the DUI arrest, man. They got her with DUI and hit and run.
A year or so ago, where they broke her arm and then they were all laughing about it.
Yeah,
that would be Karen Gardner.
Yeah.
That was fucking insane.
Well, here's another one. You know, we were talking about the New York police departments. Right now, in the federal courts in New York, there's a young woman who wasn't recording in the police department. She just had her phone in her hand, holding it up. They broke her arm because they thought she was recording. Just because they thought she was recording. Now, when we've come to the Minority Report type of deal, when you walk into a police station, there's an issue. I mean, that's just ridiculous to me. But this happens everywhere. We see it all the time. You know what I mean? The problem is the judges let these people go. You got a guy down, and I'm not sure if it was Arkansas or what, 44 charges for this guy, ranging from rape, sexual assault on minors. I mean, this guy's out of his mind. And the old DA put the charges against this guy, and the new DA dismissed all 44 charges. Why? He had the paperwork. The guy before him gave him the paperwork, and thank God for that guy, because he kept the receipts. And he called out the new DA about it. But where is the justice in that? What happens to those people that were affected by this guy and what he did to them? There's nothing there. Because you have guys like this prosecutor, this DA, that are going, hey, you know what? He's a cop. Let it go. Dude, we had a guy in Stowe, Massachusetts, a chief of police in Stowe, Massachusetts, who was arrested while he was looking for a missing child, right? Was arrested for enticement of a child. 2 weeks after that arrest, 3 weeks after that arrest, he's arrested for trying to destroy evidence. He goes to court. The judge turns around and says, I can't put his family out on the street. We're going to turn around. We're going to give him probation so that he can keep his pension, so that his family doesn't have to go back to work. Where's the justice? It's not there.
All of that shit is contracts. And, you know, I wish that, I don't know. It's all commerce, people. It's all contracts. Everything is an implied. I mean, it's all contracts.
It's the ideology, man.
Well, all right, let me say this. What you guys were saying earlier about the qualified immunity, I get what you're saying, but now when you give those officers and those judges the information that they need to not do that to you, that would be a different story, right? Now they know the whole world is dumbed down and has no idea about this whole legal and law society, because you were indoctrinated. If you got in trouble, go to the fucking bar rats, the snakes, the dregs of society. So that's, you know, but hey, this country was founded upon a certain set of principles, and that stands and will always stand. But we fall short. We don't uphold those principles ourselves within the communities as individuals, men and women. We don't teach our children all of it. You know, listen, these guys have really fucked us up. But back to that qualified immunity. Now, if I give you that and I show you where the law says that it protects that, and you go ahead and violate that, that's your qualified immunity is gone, because the ultimate accountability is on you, because you believed in that God, and you put your hand on that Bible. So every breath that you took was an act of God. Now, was it an act of love in your actions, of your imagination that's on that paperwork? See? So, hey, that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
Well, I was on a panel. I was watching a panel last night. Broken System, Broken Trust was doing a panel, and there was a attorney that came up and was talking about what he called Sov citizen or Sov cit. He's making his own definitions of who's a sovereign citizen, who's not. And I think it's funny because you even the attorneys that sit there and go to law school for 8 years at this point, you got guys like that out there who literally don't understand what they're even saying and what they're even talking about. This guy was just an absolute babbling moron. But you know what? At the end of the day, that's his belief. And to be honest with you, if that's his belief, all the more power to you. But stay over there. I'd never hire you. You know what I mean?
It was like 4 hours.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt anybody, but I just jumped up here real quick to let you know that the changes that we do try to make, such as the LA Sheriff's Department, corrupt for generations. They're trying to make changes. Sheriff comes in. Okay, he's checking out to see where's the corruption at. Oh, we got two precincts over here. Both precincts, the officers are identified as gang members. They have tattoos on their arms as gang members. So what does the new sheriff do? Hey, let's have every officer expose their tattoos, find out who's got gang tattoos, who's affiliated with the gangs within the LA Sheriff's Department. What's happening? The union's fighting back. Okay? Now we got a union standing up for the Sheriff's Department, for which we're trying to clear the corruption. And now we have, a union fighting to support these gang members that are supposed to, be out there enforcing laws, not creating them.
Yeah, but that's everywhere.
I just came up here to tell you guys, this is the LA Sheriff's Department. It just came out last week that letters went out to officers to expose their tattoos.
Right, but this isn't just last week. This isn't just last week with LA. This was years ago with Mesa out here in Arizona.
Oh,
I mean, come on. Yeah. They've got Phoenix out here who created a challenge coin for the cops shooting a First Amendment auditor in the nuts. And then and they've got gang ties. And then you had Mesa, who had 5 cops beat the crap out of one guy just because he wouldn't sit the fuck down. And they made a challenge coin for that and called themselves the Inglorious Bastards. It's rampant in almost every single police department, especially big ones.
Right.
I don't watch very much
I'm just
television.
trying to point out the changes that we're trying to make are being battled against, by ourselves, really, if you stop and think about it, because who is the police union? Other officers, but anyway, I'm going to mute out, and, I just came up here to tell you guys.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. I just want to point something out to you. Here's the uphill battle that you have, okay? You're not only fighting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're not only fighting with the Sheriff's Department out in California. The uphill battle is you're not only fighting them, you're fighting the DA, you're fighting the Fraternal Order of Police, you're fighting the police unions, and you're fighting the Attorney General's office. So you tell me, how is that equal footing? How are you going to get the changes that you need when you're fighting all those entities?
Don't forget privatized jails. So we got to make money to keep the jails open. So we got to constantly keep putting people in jail. Otherwise, that system fails. Right? So
there's to what he's saying there about the LA Sheriff's Department, there is an 8-part series on Roku Tubi that is the name of its Deputy. It's a pretty badass movie and 8-part series on what he's talking about to some degree. Very interesting. Good things are coming. Hey, listen, it all gets around to that imagination of oneself, and you're accountable to yourself. I don't give a shit if you got a badge on or you ain't got a badge on. Get ready, Buttercup, because you're going to have to buckle up. Good things are coming. The darkness in each and every person will be exposed at some point in time in your lives.
Right.
Well, I think the fraternal.
There's no getting around the truth.
I think the Fraternal Order of Police
and the intent of that.
The Fraternal Order of Police made their statements years ago when Joe Grimaldi came out after the murder of the Tuttles in Houston, Texas, where he said, all you people out there stirring the pot, we're coming after you. We know who you are. We're coming after you, and we're not going to stop. And you know what? That's exactly what they're doing. I mean, at the end of the day, they don't want the transparency. They don't want the cameras to keep an eye on people. You see it in Texas all the time. Cody Highroller last week was arrested standing 40 feet to 60 feet from a traffic stop. When he tried to file a complaint, which he has to do in person, the sergeant behind the desk, right, wouldn't even take his complaint and just threw the paper at the guy and said, here, file it. You can't do that in Texas. He tried to explain it to her. She didn't care. And the reason why they don't care is there's nobody there to say to that sergeant, you're goddamn wrong. If you goddamn do it again, we're going to suspend you. 20 days, no pay, have fun. There's no accountability for these people because there's nobody there saying you're wrong. You're dead friggin' wrong.
I totally believe in what I've shared with everybody up here on this panel. I'm about to jump off here, but I just wanted to stress that maybe people will feel the urgency to possibly even go look and, try to find it within yourself. So who you are as individuals and what really is your mission, right? Because I think it's only one mission, really. And that's up to hold and protect life. And that life is that gift. And if we all can't come together, what are we leaving to our children and our grandchildren? I mean, really, at the end of the day, if anybody out there, if you got a connection with any type of God whatsoever, every act you take is an act of God. Is it good or is it bad? Peace.
Thanks for coming, Fox. We appreciate you, brother. Wow. So wait. So you're moving to a different place. So you're gonna put all that stuff behind you. Is that good or bad?
Did I miss something?
Far away?
Who are you talking?
How far away you move? You people.
Oh,
you're moving, right?
I was reading chat. I was just there. No, you were good. I was reading chat and I got distracted. My bad. No, I'm actually in Phoenix and I'm moving up into Colorado. So I'm moving up into southern Colorado around Trinidad area, Walsenburg area. Gotcha. Not too sure just yet. We're still looking at houses and stuff up there, but it's pretty much going to be the southern half, and the southern half needs more auditors, anyways, man. Like that whole place down there, seriously, it's the wild, wild west, man. Like the cops get away with murder, literally murder down there.
Right?
Yeah. No lie, man. Like the stories that I've heard, I wish I could put paperwork to. I can tell you one story that I've heard. The town of Aguilar used to have a marshal, and that marshal went up to the high school, not only tased the teacher, but tased a bunch of students. And it wasn't like he went in there was like, bah, 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 bah. He went in there to, like, I guess, educate the kids, and the teacher asked what the taser was and then asked to be tased, and then the kids laughed at the teacher. So the teacher said, yeah, why don't you do it? And a bunch of kids stepped up and did it.
Wow. What?
Yeah. And that's on paperwork. I actually have a story for that. But there's other stories where, I have heard of people's houses getting burnt down, and the day prior, their house was raided by the police and all of their guns were taken, and that person died in the fire. But I can't connect anybody to it because there's no paperwork. There's no police report. There's no nothing. I can't get any information on it.
Cam says you have to send copies of complaints to county commissioners, city council members, and such to get any response. Yeah. I mean, I've been going through hell with one specific town for quite a while, like a year, trying to get a public records request. And recording it recently, asking the town manager to sign the file. So I had it dated. I've showed it on camera. And he gave me a hard time about it. And then when he finally signed it, they didn't fucking honor it. Yeah, I got to step out for a sec.
Uh-oh. Phone call.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been pretty crazy over there in Aguilar here recently. And it's not just Aguilar alone. I mean, you have Trinidad who has problems. You have, you know, you've got Walsenburg that's got problems. In fact, Walsenburg's mayor just literally stepped off. He resigned as mayor. The reason? Corruption. He did this at a town meeting. Like, that's how fucking corrupt this place is. But it's so small town everywhere. You know, people have been doing this for years and getting over on the people that live there and whatnot, and the people are just getting tired of it. Infrastructure's bad. Aguilar's water tanks are about ready to collapse. You know, both of them, they're about not to have any water. On top of that, Aguilar hasn't even paid their gas bill in full. So, you know, Walsenburg can cut them off at any time, which means the whole town for gas. So I don't know, man. There's just a bunch of corruption going on in Southern Colorado. I like to get my feet deep into it. Plus, Southern Colorado is a beautiful area, man. Like, wide open, mountains. Love it. I can't wait. What are you doing, Jason?
I don't know. I'm just trying to protect my name. Everybody keeps putting beer cans in beer bottles. Coffee.
Is that a Bud Light?
I'm still waiting for him to create a Pepsi.
Oh shit!
Somebody needs to create a Pepsi emoji. Fucking people want to talk about humor over here.
What's up, Joko? What's up, Slow Burner? What's up, Warren?
What's going on? I'm here. Traffic's loud out here where I'm at.
Gotcha.
I happened to catch you on. I figured I'd come up and say howdy because it's been a while.
Good to see you.
I want a harmonica emoji.
Yeah.
You should.
They don't have one.
No, they also don't have a Bigfoot emoji. I want a Bigfoot emoji too.
Really?
Like the Bigfoot walking. I want the Bigfoot walking. I don't want just a Bigfoot. I want the Bigfoot walking.
I was about to send you a Bigfoot.
I knew you were going to do it.
Like what someone says here. People in position of power don't deserve it, and those who deserve it don't want it. Think about that. I feel like that's true. I mean, not a...
Yeah, it's kind of... If you really think about it.
I've met some good public employees. They're not all bad, but...
That's the problem. When you get into that stuff, you can't please everybody. I wouldn't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
well, I don't
agree. You're going to have haters.
I don't think it's a matter of you can't please everybody. I think what it is when you go in there and you have a good moral character and you see the things that they do, the money that they spend, and they spend it on more or less themselves, really, instead of the people that they're supposed to serve, it disheartens people from wanting to take that position because it would ruin their moral compass, and they don't want to do that.
Well, I think in my opinion, I think the people that deserve it, that don't want to get into it now because of the level of corruption and shit that they would have to fight because of their moral compass. You know, if we had, you know, more of a moral compass in that sector, I think we'd have a lot more good people stepping up. But the problem is just like with any other criminal out there, they see that one person can get away with it. I can get away with it too. And look, I'll live nice. I don't have to sit here and bust my ass. I just have to sit here in a chair and deal with a bunch of people yelling at me for a little bit. You know, like, I can blow that shit off. Fuck it. I'm making money. You know, it's the corrupt people that take positions, and it needs to stop.
Right.
Well,
I understand that 100%.
I actually attended a town meeting, which I had been to one before, and it had been a while, so I went back. And one of the things that I noticed is, one, they had the audience way in the back of the auditorium that they were in, so that they couldn't actually, they're not like right there close enough where they can see the faces of the people that they're talking to or about. And the other thing that bothered me was the fact that they have these city attorneys that they're hiring that know the law and they're trying to circumvent it. Like the city attorney at this meeting was trying to claim that it was a business meeting. Well, any public forum in the state of Massachusetts, any public forum, you have your public comment. And what this guy was trying to do was restrict the speech during that public comment. And to me, when you have city attorneys like that, and I've watched your Aguilar stuff with GCM, when you have attorneys that are like that are corrupt and don't want to deal with it, because this city attorney is a perfect example. What they do is he gets voted out, his buddy comes in, he spends a year or 2 years in that city council. Then he goes back to the other guy. You know what I mean? It's the all boys network, and that's a part of the problem.
That is, it is, and we brought that up before. It's
Wow.
if you're in the know and you're in that, it's like high school. Seriously, it's another form of high school, bro. Like if you're in that clique, you're the cool people. You get everything that you need to get. If you're not a part of that clique, well, don't fuck with that clique because you're gonna get screwed because they'll just screw you 10 ways from Sunday. And I think that's the fear that everybody has is they don't want to mess with the police because they don't want to be screwed 10 ways from Sunday.
Yep.
Because that's the mentality that they give it off. I mean, that's the intimidation that this government has. It doesn't matter whether it's police or regular government. Oh, I don't want to fight the government because fuck. I mean, if I fight the government, they're going to make my life a living hell. You know, look at Aguilar. They were trying to hit Good Citizen and other fucking citizens that were fighting against them with fucking citation after citation after citation after citation because they were opening up their mouths. They were trying to fuck up their lives 10 ways from Sunday and cost them a shit ton of money that they can't afford. People don't want to deal with that. They'd much rather just sit back, mind their P's and Q's, and I don't like that. But that's why I like people like us who have no problem coming out and getting in their face and going, no, we ain't letting this play. You know?
I agree with you. I mean, and that's and what it is essentially what you're doing is you're cutting into their money, and when you start cutting into their money and their lifestyle, they don't want it. They don't want to have anything to do with you. They want to shut you down any way possible.
That's me. I don't trust a cop, period. Sorry about that. If any of y'all are in law, if y'all in law enforcement and you do it,
and here's my thing. Like if you watch the GCM stuff on his thing, when you have a code enforcement or somebody coming out to read a meter 4 times in a month, who does that? Seriously, you know, who does that? What planet does an official come out and read a meter 4 times in 1 month? Are you that stupid that you don't know how to read numbers, especially if they're digital? You know what I mean?
It's terrible. Probably not.
I like what Douglas says. The problem is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights has never been applied. A system built on oppression only knows how to oppress. Good comment.
Very good comment.
They're trying to get away from it since the United States came out of bankruptcy in 1990. So they have no contract.
Well, and it also doesn't help that pretty much you've had the same families in office since the beginning. Like it doesn't matter. I mean, the people with the power and money have been in office since the beginning, and even now today you can tell that the government pulls, well, right, but now today in this day and age, the government will actually work for companies. It will work for companies instead of the people. They have the interest of the companies in their sites than the people.
That's right. And what part did not understand about to right to have and bear arms? I have been locked up twice. I've been locked up twice.
Now you're about broke from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, your internet's pretty bad, brother.
You know, you people, you brought up a pretty good point, which is that they've been in power for years and years. And a perfect example of that was the Murtaugh trial. His family was involved in the law and involved in the politics for hundreds of years. They had their situation solid. And then,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He actually, and to be perfectly honest with you, had it not been for somebody else coming in and dealing with that situation, he probably would have got away with murdering all those people.
Well, and then you look at how politicians, and not just politicians, because it's stemmed down into the actors, but how they buy their way into
Everything
Ivy
gets what?
League college.
Something going on.
Ivy League college doesn't
Might be
mean
my
anything.
bandwidth. I don't know.
They're a prestige college. Do you know what prestige actually means? Prestige means deceit. So it's the prestige of the college that gets these people where they're at. You go to Harvard, you go to Stanford, you go to fucking Yale, you go over to this one. As long as you went to one of those colleges, nobody gives a fuck what you did in that college. Nobody cares what your grade average was in that college. You went to that college. You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody questions their grade point average because they went to that college. But most of the politicians' families go through those colleges. How do they do it?
To expand on that a little, you people, the funny thing about that is, if you think about it, as long as you have the money to pay that college for that 4 years, 8 years, whatever you're doing, you know, as long as, and my belief is, as long as it's not a medical field, as long as you pay that money, it doesn't matter. You're going to graduate. It's as simple as that. As long as they get paid, you got it.
Let me make a comment here on Cammed Up Caveman. Says, I would put up a section of fence around surrounding the meter, so they are restricted to only the area of the meter. They have no need to go walking around. Well, funny, I wanted to get some chickens recently, and I was talking to a buddy of mine. He said, oh yeah, $75 for a permit. Then when you build your chicken coop, the town wants to come on your property and inspect your chicken coop. Wait, what?
Yeah.
You want me to pay money and then you want to come on my property for some chickens?
And then you got to notify all your neighbors you got chickens.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. In Massachusetts, hippie, you have to be in a farming area or a farming community in order to have them without having to pay that stuff.
One of these days, I'm gonna go up to Harvard and I'm gonna piss on the front. That way I can say I was there.
I heard something about pissing on something. I'm not sure. Anybody get that one?
You're breaking up pretty bad.
Yeah, your internet's trash, Warren. Sorry. Nobody can understand because it's like stuttering. Tiffany's epiphany.
Inside.
Well, listen, guys, I appreciate the great conversation. I got to hop off.
Yeah.
Hippie, hit me up later. Let me know if you need any help with that.
Yeah,
and I'd be more than happy to help you with that.
Yeah, I got permission from the general to move forward with that. So,
all right, brother.
All right, buddy.
Peace, everybody. Take care. Jason, love the hair.
Take care, Ed.
All the hippies have chickens where I live.
Well, in Cammed Up Caveman, I made that suggestion as well because
that's some bullshit.
What?
Oh shit. Warren, we cannot understand you, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Warren, you're breaking in and out, brother.
I just look at them and say, hey, bitch, I don't know where they come from. They just wandered up here and I started feeding them, okay? Get out of my yard. You know?
Hey, they brought the coop. I don't know what to tell you. I woke up one morning and they just moved into my yard. They're squatters.
What?
Oh, by the way,
I'm just kind of curious if they're gonna like the chicken coop has to be to building code, and does it have to have a footing? And I mean, what are they inspecting?
I don't know. You'd have to look into your local laws on that.
That's
one.
crazy. I know.
Keep the cans and boxes away.
But Cammed Up Caveman, I made that suggestion to the people over there too, because the meters were like supposedly right in front of the house. So just take the fence, bring it back a little bit, and then just let them have the access to the meter. And you know, I don't know why they don't do it. I mean, that's them. I guess they're doing it just to fuck with them, I guess. But that would be my thing. I mean, out here in Arizona, they have to have access to the meter, right? So my fence line goes right up to my meter box, and my meter box is on the outside of the fence. So they have right to come up on the easement, check that meter, and then leave. But they don't even like get out of the truck when they can't do it anymore because it's all electronic. But Aguilar's electronic reader doesn't work anymore. They're obsolete. So they need to come on the property.
Yeah, it's just an excuse for money. I think it's just the bottom line, right?
Well, what it was, they had shut off the water, and they allegedly somebody had turned their water back on. It wasn't GCM, it was somebody else, another resident. So they started going around and reading everybody's meter multiple times a month who had their water shut off, and they're doing it to GCM too, regardless whether he didn't do it. They're still doing it to him. It's just a form of way of fucking with people. And you know what I'm saying? Like they took that opportunity for the other citizen that decided to take it upon themselves to turn their water back on to use that against Good Citizen Media, because of course that person is on Good Citizen's side. Not necessarily like giving them information or anything, but agrees with Good Citizen Media. So let's just transfer it over there, and we'll check his water meter every 4 months too, or every 4 times a month too, right? Like we'll just do that. It was just a way for them to fuck with people. That's all.
Gotcha. Yeah. Let's see. What's up, Warren? Is it better? Say something.
All right, I'm trying. I moved to my old spot. I moved to my old spot. Is that working better for you?
I can hear you better now.
Daryl Williams.
I know what it was. I know what it was. It was where I was sitting.
Gotcha.
The lightning.
Can you guys hear me? I've been talking the whole time.
Oh yeah.
You were
no.
In and out big time on me.
What?
But, you sound a lot better now that I moved. I moved from the other room.
Wait, what?
I've been talking the whole time and no one's been talking to me.
No, I didn't hear you until just now, bro. I thought you were just walking, not saying a word.
Yeah, I thought you were muted.
Yeah, sorry, brother.
I'm just fucking with you. I was muted. I wasn't
I thought you were. Yeah. Looks nice there. I got to say something about Canada.
That's nice.
We had cloudy day for like 2 or 3 days down here, and I found out it was from a fire in Canada.
Alberta's. No, that would be. You're nowhere close to Alberta.
No, I mean, it was coming right over Cape Cod, right from Canada. And it was cloudy for like 2 or 3 days. And my wife was like, "Oh, did you know the cloudiness isn't from smoke or weather?
All the way up to
smoke.
Idaho, Washington, California, and right up into Canada."
Yeah, pretty amazing.
Yeah, but my boss. So that's nowhere close to Alberta. The winds travel that way.
Mm-hmm. All that smoke's going down the whole East Coast.
Yep.
Can we do that with a big joint too?
A little bit off the subject, but I found out something. LED bulbs.
What's up, South Bama?
RF signals. I done found that out. The room over there. Bama, Bama.
It's funny. The green lighter picks up the green screen. Deadbeat piece of.
See, that's why I don't wear shirts or anything when I do lives because of my green screen.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even need a green screen anymore. You can just do it with computer or some shit, right? So
I think like the non-green screen thing is like coming into play now. The technology is a lot better. You don't need green.
Right.
Here we go.
Alabama.
Hey, South Alabama.
Someone in chat who says "good guy audits." Don't know that.
Hey,
You know who
the
that
big thing
is?
is the blue screen.
He's in New York.
You could do anything on
Oh
blue
yeah.
screen.
Hang on, let me put up a banner. Put your camera on, bro. Let me see. No camera. No come up here. What's up, South Alabama? What's going on?
Same old, same old. Same old,
What you got
same
in the
old.
background there?
That's something that Mid-Journey made for me.
Oh, nice.
If he comes up, I recognize his voice. You put a blocker up. Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
Somebody eating tater chips?
Slow burner's walking outside.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, he left right when you said that. I went to put him up. He's gone.
Is that like an AI picture?
It is.
Yes, it
sir.
is.
That's an awesome AI picture.
Here, let me hide myself. Maybe you can see it better. See, all it
No,
is
the
is
banner he's talking about, I think. I had a banner
okay.
up because there you go. But yeah, that is cool.
That's a cool background too. I like that. He's gone. Oh, they back. Man, I miss my snap filter, man. My that thing that I was using all the time, bro. I miss that thing.
You can
So
still get it.
This person is real quick.
You can still use it.
Really? What? You can?
Yeah, I don't know why my camera's not working.
Yep.
You can use Snapcam still?
Sure can. Especially if you already got it on your computer.
What's up?
Well,
Hippie?
see, that was the problem because I went into it and it was all cleared out, like nothing would pop up. So I took it off because they said that they weren't going to be servicing it anymore.
My camera's not working for some reason. I don't know why.
Gotcha.
Good guy. That's good guy audits.
Yep.
All right.
What's up?
How you doing?
He don't shout me out in his lives and anything, but that's good guy audits. I know good guy.
Wait, what's your name?
That's you people. Hang on a sec. I'll take down the banner. Hang on.
That's the shirtless closet guy.
You know the guy that promoted you when you had 4 subs and you blew the fuck up and totally forgot about me. But it's all good.
Tell me, I didn't forget about you. Wasn't I talking to you the other day?
You were talking to me in Messenger the other day, but I've been hitting you up on your lives, and I keep making messages, and I don't know if you're not seeing them. I'm just busting your balls.
I probably haven't seen it.
I'm just busting your balls.
When you released your new channel, I shared it.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. No, I'm busting your balls, bro, because I try catching you in a few lives, and it's like
my balls are sensitive.
Yeah. Well, oh, sorry. Here's an ice pack.
Thank you.
Hey, good to see you, Connecticut Transparency. Have a great day.
I'm about to go to a massage parlor, get a happy ending.
Damn right.
Shit.
I miss those days. Just kidding.
Right?
I couldn't hear you. The fucking ambulance. What you said?
Was that your siren?
I've never been to a massage parlor. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, is he serious or is he not?
I really want to go though. I'm not gonna hold you. It's on my bucket list.
I mean, hey, why not? Life is short. Life is short, right?
Life is short, man. Got to do something once, man. Like once, at least once.
I'd rather do that than bungee jump.
See, I bungee jumped. I like bungee jumping. My next one is skydiving. That's my next bucket list that I want to get done.
Wait, not bungee. That's what I meant. Skydiving, not bungee jump. Skydiving.
Yeah, skydiving is up on my next bucket list. The problem with skydiving is it's just expensive as shit. Like last time I checked all the classes and to do a jump, like to jump by myself all the way up to it would have cost me like $7,000. So it's like, fuck, man, I don't have that type of money. Wait till I get YouTube famous and get my millions out of YouTube, and then I'll go skydiving.
You could probably find.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
$7,000.
Yeah,
rocket launches out in Florida.
But I'd like a parachute, Jason.
I got some old sheets I could send you.
Oh shit!
Fucking cold.
I tried the sheet thing when I was a kid off the roof of my house. It didn't work very well. The sheets they're not a very good parachute.
Oh, I remember
You didn't
that.
fuck up the sheet,
Actually
did you?
tried that.
Parents would be.
She got a little dirty, but you know, they were more pissed that I went to the fucking hospital. But fuck yeah, like we're not even gonna go into that. But don't try that at home. Don't jump off of your roof, kids, with a sheet. It's not a very good parachute.
Okay.
Hey, I figured 2 stories that thing would have opened up and I would have floated down, but it didn't work.
Are they satin sheets or?
I think they were just regular sheets. We're not rich, man. Like we were poor. Maybe it was because of the holes in the sheets. I don't know. But
I remember being a kid and we used to get in the Stop and Shop carts. I don't think it was called Stop and Shop back then. It was called Giants or something. But we would take a sheet. One guy would get in one cart and the other guy would get in the other cart. And on a windy day, that shit would blow us across the parking lot at fucking 90 miles an hour, you know, and that was fun. You know what I mean?
That's where I got the idea, because I figured if I could stick a sail on my skateboard and let the wind push me down the street, it should be like a parachute, and it should be able to, like, I should be able to fall at least with like a, not like ooh, I didn't expect it to go slow, but I didn't expect it to go so fast either.
That's the minute he knew he fucked up. But I didn't slow down. I said, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
You people, is the in the outhouse? Question mark. Keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not housebroken yet.
I tell you, I can't get out of this closet. I love this closet, man.
I got you. Did you build that specifically, or is that a different one? Is that
No,
the
this
same
was
one? No, that's a different.
Yeah, this
one.
is the same. No, this is the same one. Hold on. Maybe you'll recognize it from this side.
Okay,
got rid of the hot water heater.
That's what I was looking for. There you go, the hot water heater.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Banana.
No, I flipped it around because we're getting ready to move, and it's like, all right, whatever. But I like the scythe. You can't see it. I like the scythe in the background. So that's like an old, like this is old, man. Like, look.
Oh, I like that, man. Grim Reaper kind of. Yes.
We had one out.
This just showed up at my door. Tell you the the truth. This just showed up at my door. Nobody knocked. I didn't get it from anybody. I came out to my shop, and this was sitting at my door. My mom, my mother-in-law and my wife couldn't tell me where this fucking thing came from. So I don't know if they're fucking with me and they just got it for me, but Seriously, it just showed up at my door one day.
Why does Banana not have a...
Tell you the truth, I think it was one of my Amish neighbors that gave it to me.
That's right. She don't, hippie.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah.
She's good.
Hey, Banana.
I got her. Banana. Sorry. Because I delete them and re-add them on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So
yeah, same thing.
You never know if you're going to come in here.
They got to go.
Yeah. And you end up with a bunch of people faking somebody's name and blah, blah, blah. But on the other hand, I love...
a second to give it back.
No such thing.
I love everybody having a mod, so that way, you know, we can share love, you know? So that's the whole idea there. Now, when you can have a managing mod, it makes it even better to make everybody a mod because people can share their links and people can still control those people who might have, you know, so. Banana.
He says muted. John, who's muted? Am I muted? I can't be.
You people's muted, but he muted himself, I think.
Okay.
Nobody else is muted.
I muted. I had to go.
Yeah,
I had to go and check and see if the wife got home yet. Let the dog in. It's starting to get kind of hot out here. It's already up to 90, almost 90 degrees in my shop.
Holy shit. I can tell you it's
dude.
50, it's 56 here, bro. It's cold today. Yesterday was 72, was pretty nice. But
look,
I don't know. I've got two of them. One of them says it's already 91.
Oh shit.
And the other one says 89. Right? But I think it was higher in the room. So we'll see. We'll put them next to each other and see what the temperature is.
They always end up dropping the charges down here in Alabama against cops. Always. I'm so sick of reading this crap, man.
Right?
Charges dropped against Creola police chief accused of stealing the money the money from the jail.
65 is
wow.
Man.
Crazy.
I was in Boston all day yesterday.
And we've got a sheriff in Colorado that's been busted for evidence tampering like 3 years ago that's in contempt of court and still hasn't been charged with anything. They're still pushing off the case and everything like that. And probably within a couple of years, they'll just drop it.
Of course. Let the media, whatever, slow down a little bit. And then they drop the charges kind of, or lower them till they're almost nothing, and they give them a little fine or something like they did with that other police officer.
Right, but it doesn't tell you that they waived the fine. Like they got charged a fine, but they don't.
Usually
put in there
they seal the outcome.
Yeah. That's why I wish I was in some of those fucking court cases, man.
I was checking records on the cops and stuff up here where I'm at. I checked out the Brady list. I find out Kansas is following up on their not using the Brady list. The governor's got the same thing they got in Tennessee. I saw it this morning. They have an 18-panel board, and it's all cops, and they're all appointed by the governor.
Well, the Brady list works differently for every state. So this state, the Brady list only covers per city. So if a Phoenix police officer went over to Mesa and he was put on the Brady list in Phoenix, Mesa wouldn't know that. So they don't even check in on the Brady list. I mean, there's a bunch of cops working for Gila River Police Department right now, which governs the reservation down south of Phoenix, and they're all from Phoenix, and they're all on the Brady list, and they're working for that department. It's pretty crazy.
You know what I've been running to out here is these town halls are now becoming corporations because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to insure and to bond the town which means that they don't have to follow the public laws and rules because corporations have I forget what the word is, because I have a call that I did to the state's attorney's office about a town employee who wouldn't ID, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Let me tell you a little story. Small town America is becoming, corporations, and they do it because it's cheaper to insure. So technically, even though they get paid by the town, they consider themselves a separate entity. It's ridiculous."
Well, you can't do
I never
town
did get
business.
this person's name.
Well, you can't do town business and be separate. It doesn't work that way. It's kind of like the police stations out here. I'm working on a story out here. All of the substations, because Phoenix is so short-staffed, all of the substations are closed. You cannot go into a substation and make a report if you need to. The substations that are located in the neighborhoods, say somebody was getting, like, their family was like being held hostage and they got out of the house without a phone and the police station is right next door. Imagine that. You can't go in. You can't get an officer. You have to call 911 and have an officer still come out to you.
What's the reason for that?
They're so short-staffed. They're so short-staffed that they've closed down all their substations.
Do they not pay enough money, or what's your guess? I'm just a guess.
They're underneath investigation by all of the higher up organizations because of the bullshit that they're going through, and cops don't want to work here anymore, especially with the auditor community out here. Phoenix has one of the biggest auditor communities out here, and they're tired of getting recorded and made to look stupid and whatever. It's a numerous
I get it if
list
you're a
of
cop
things.
too, and you don't want to go join a department because it looks like dirt. That wouldn't make sense to trying to grow your career going into something that is a mess already, right? So that even adds to it, right?
Well, and then you look at Aguilar, who declared themselves as a statutory town. So they're a statutory town. They tried to say that they're not a part of the state, but they are a part of the state. They still have to abide by state laws, but they're trying to claim that they're not. So that was like the beginning steps before they're trying to claim that they're corporation. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You could be a civilian working in a police station. You're still representing that police station because you're working there. It doesn't matter if you're a civilian and you're not a police officer. You're only working there doing paperwork. You come out and talk to the public, you're representing the police station, are you not? Like, if you're not representing the police station, why are you out there talking to the public about police matters? That doesn't make any sense to me. How are you separate? How can you separate town and corporation? It doesn't work that way.
They're getting away with it. Because it's about money. That's why, right?
Right.
I got an auditor that's messaging me and telling me that he's been FOIing a city here in Alabama, and they will not even respond whatsoever to his FOIAs. He's asking, are they bonded, or who is their bonding? Because they violated his rights, so he plans to do something, right? Well, they won't answer none of his questions. Anything he asks, they just
time to go through HR.
He's even called the county district attorney and the state district attorney, and hasn't gotten anywhere with it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave that one up there.
Oh wow!
Funny,
okay, I just seen that.
That's funny.
And a couple months ago we had Pritchard Waterworks get it, the manager of it get indicted for embezzling $2 million, right? During her time out on bond, it was discovered that she sneakily went to work for a city over in Mississippi. She's been driving back and forth to work for the public in Mississippi, deceiving the court. So she's been leaving the state while she's out on bond. She's back working for the public after she's done stolen $2 million, or hold up, allegedly stolen. I got to fix that. But the court has filed to have her bond revoked because she was leaving the state, for one thing, and the second thing, she didn't notify the court she was leaving the state. She got a job and was hiding it. Stole $2 million, man. Look at there, smart lady. Absolutely. Why am I invisible? Because I am smoking, and out of respect, I don't want to put it on Hippie's channel.
Fuck that. Oh, he's gone. Fuck, I'm gonna corn bomb him right now. Corn bombed.
If we was over on Singing Hippie, I would. But yeah, I do, out of respect. I don't want to.
I'm waiting for him to come after me, smoking weed on the same board with them other guys. It's illegal here in Kansas.
Still crazy.
Yep. So I was checking out Nebraska. It's still illegal there, but they did down the charges on it. Even though it's still passed for medical, they just haven't got their whole thing written out for it. Right. I was checking Oklahoma. It's wide open down there. Missouri's wide open. Colorado's wide open. And seeing we're in this lawsuit because of the state troopers over on Western Kansas. And I'm on the eastern side. And they were stopping a lot of Missouri cars, especially coming over here to work and stuff. And they're every time you turn around, they're searching cars. And then when I posted that video, it's gone dead here.
Well, down here, if they find a couple little buds in your car, you might as well have a Uzi under the seat. That's what they treat you like.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, if they find a seed, they'll get you here.
Thank God.
See, what I used to do before it was illegal, I used to go out and get seeds like I forget what they were, but they kind of looked like pot seeds, but they weren't. And I would sprinkle them all over my fucking car and drive around just for the fun.
I forgot what kind they were.
There's tobacco all over my floor.
Good job, you hippie.
Floyd, what's up? It's nice to know I can leave a panel with people up here that I trust, you know?
You did get corn bombed while you were gone.
Yeah, you did get corn bombed.
Yeah, I bet I did.
Oh, I did it again.
Wow.
Jason. I don't have any power. Jason. That's not nice, Jason.
I know. Fuck.
I seen Jason on an amazing panel the other day. I think it was you people's. It was an awesome show. I loved it, man.
You people. Nice.
I was lurking, but I enjoyed that show. Just
he texted
saying.
me this morning again.
Really? Oh. Hey, I didn't mention that. Shh.
If you guys are interested in that lawsuit, it's in the go into the not the chat where they message on that video, and you can go into the message. There's a guy, he actually posted the links to the lawsuit. It's like 240 pages.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah.
I've only read like the first 10 pages.
Man. I don't have to do like a shit ton of fucking work trying to find that shit. I like people that link their stuff together.
Right?
Well, I didn't. He posted it after I posted that video, and I knew about the lawsuit. And then it's what is it? ASLU, Kansas law firm. But they're the ones that's behind all that, because now that this lawsuit is actually going through the federal for their violating their Fourth Amendment rights. But the same two people that are in that case both have won separate cases back in 2017 and 2019. So, and that was in the not federal court, but in the civil court, I believe that they want it, whatever you want to call it.
I'm not much for law.
I'm freaking out.
I can hardly understand. Floyd, it's a holiday. Today's a holiday. So what is Victoria Day?
Yeah, what is Victoria Day?
When she comes out with a wig.
A day off for work. Come on, we're trying to learn something from Canada.
He's killing me.
Right? No, you're not drinking. What's the matter? What do you got to wait till a certain time?
I'm drinking.
Oh, you are?
All I see is
coffee. A coffee cup. Yeah, that's all I see.
Still drinking.
Still drinking coffee here.
Celebrating the dead Queen Victoria? Is that what it's for?
I guess so, yes. Yes.
All right. Well, celebrate.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the last Monday preceding May 25th to honor Queen Victoria. It's a federal Canadian public holiday.
Nice.
You guys have public stuff there, Jason?
Wow.
Public stuff?
Public stuff, I guess, yeah.
Well, I mean, from what I hear, they're trying to take away your freedom of speech and stuff like that. Like, you got public stuff out there?
Never had freedom of speech. Nobody's ever had that. Just make you think you have it.
Oh, it's an illusion. It's a magic trick. It's an illusion. I got you.
Magic trick.
All government is a fucking illusion, ain't it?
Yes.
I mean, it is. I've equated it to an illusion. I mean, especially the presidential election. You don't think that they don't know like a year in advance who's going to be president, who's going to be vice president? And hey, guess what? What happened to all those donations and all that money on both sides? What happened to all that money? Because you never hear of what happens to the donation money on both sides once the election is over. So you've got the president who raked in a shit ton of money, didn't spend it all, don't know where it went. And then you got the vice president who did the same, or the runner-up did the same thing. You never know. You never hear what the fuck happened to that. You know? Telling you. They know who's going to be president. It's all a game.
Well, most presidents, in my opinion, don't really make the decisions anyway, right? They got a think tank of people who are sitting there, generals, this, that, and the other thing, his brother-in-law. And, you know, they all give their opinion. And then, so he's really not making any decisions anyway.
Well, it's not about the decision-making, Hippie. It's about the benefits at the end. I mean, they're the highest paid, the highest paid retirement. You get Secret Service for the rest of your life. And you don't have to worry about health care. You get the best health care. I mean, come on, man. It's like the best retirement plan that you could possibly have. And what do you got to work for 4 years and maybe a few years prior? I mean, it seems like you got to work like 50 years or 60 years or 80 or 90 sometimes to get up into that presidency.
Right? I hope he's
for real. I would like to see a 24-year-old president. I don't think our country monetarily could handle them after the presidency.
And he goes out looking 100 after all the partying he does the whole time and playing golf on the
well, they lose their makeup artist.
Right?
I don't know, man. I feel like Trump's going to be our next president. Even after all his bullshit, he's going to somehow end up back in there again.
Trump
he hasn't committed a felony.
Right? Is that the deal? You can't run for president if you committed a felony?
No, felonies have no fucking qualm in being president. In fact, I looked into it. I could be president right now. All I need is 10 grand and, you know, the rest of the donations to get me through.
Really?
You people for president.
Let's go.
You people for president. All I need is 10 grand. That's it. And then I could put my name in the ring. And then after that, it's like, I need more money. So that way I can
rubber check real quick.
You know, politicians were the first, like, beggars. And they get bigger money than even like the guy sitting on the corner of the street or the guy sitting in the middle of the street with the fucking sign. These motherfuckers have motherfuckers making signs for them and giving them money.
That shit's crazy.
Fucking beggars, man. I think we need to start focusing on that aspect. They shouldn't be panhandling.
Arrested before they get to the door.
Oh,
Trump
shit.
can still run, even though he was found guilty.
Yep. Yep. Seriously, like there is not much to the requirements to be, to run for presidency. I mean, there are some stipulations that people stick upon, but for the most part, if you were born here, you were raised here, you've lived here, you've done whatever, and it doesn't even matter. You've done whatever. You could still
Wow.
run. Yeah.
Wow. That's
you'd be surprised how many people in government, just in Congress alone, have felonies on them.
Right?
Yep.
Hey, y'all, what about the dude that fell asleep in the parking lot with the crack pipe in his hand?
The politician,
That's right below me, Rhode Island.
Really?
Yeah.
I seen that. I went, whoa, look at that dude, man. You know he flipped out when he woke up. And the cop was standing there.
Well, what's funny is they took the cuffs off him, then they searched him, found more, and put him back in cuffs. It's like, what did you take him out for?
Well, they were calling him by first name. That older cop that got there later. I seen the video. Man, they were saying stuff. He was talking to him first name. Really? This is the best thing that happened to you. You're gonna get help. And called him Mike or something like that. I went, really, dude? Y'all first name basis kind of crap. I hate doing this. I really hate. Go ahead.
Hey, Hippie, how did you fucking sit in that wood chair all that fucking time when we first started fucking streaming and shit, man? Because seriously, like, look, I'm sitting in a fucking wood chair right now, bro. And it's killing my ass, bro. Like, how did you do it?
I don't know. I was really high, I guess. I mean,
it hurts when he hit the ground.
I don't have no ass back there. I can't sit on no.
When I fell out of the chair that time, that was the funniest thing. You remember that?
I got Hank Hill all the way.
Oh, shit.
I went to sit in the chair and it slid out from under me and I went ass backwards, man. That was good times.
Oh, shit. Hey, it can't be any worse than me, man. Somebody's got footage of me wrecking on my scooter and fucking up my shoulder. So at least that's not out there. Yeah. Why do you think certain people in chat sometimes, I don't know if you go into rescues chat or independent minis, but you'll see a couple people call me Scooter because I wrecked on my scooter while I was like on somebody's
I remember
panel.
you were hurt. I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, that's why there's not a real good orientation on my shoulder because this one is like technically forever dislocated now. Like some of the cartilage ripped and tore and just ain't gonna come back.
I was in the city of Boston yesterday, man. People are everywhere on those scootish things, even the one-wheel ones. They're everywhere. Like it. You can't
but this
drive without fucking one coming in front of you and.
Yeah, but this wasn't one of those bird scooters. No, this was a souped-up fucking scooter that could do 60 miles an hour.
I remember that, yeah.
I mean, it's it looks like a bird scooter, right? Like the style of it, but it could go 60 miles an hour. Luckily, I was only doing about 20 when I wrecked, but it could do 60.
Right? Why? Is that what your doctor said when you went to see him? Did he say why? Like, why are you still riding at your age? And you're like, because it's fun.
Because it
is exactly fun. What my surgeon said when I hurt myself. He's like,
come on, Hippie, you ride a motorcycle, right? So you know how people look at people on bikes when they pass by them like real close or something. Could you imagine me passing you while you're driving your car on a scooter doing 60 in a 45?
Lane splitting down the middle.
Lane splitting like a motherfucker. Yeah. I don't have to worry about no wide ass bike.
Yeah. I did some lane splitting yesterday. It's not legal, but oh well. Man does what he's got to do. There's no footage to prove it. We'll just say that.
Well, there is footage out there. There is footage out there of me wrecking, but it's lost somewhere in somebody's panel. I'm not going to say where because I don't want to finding it. Jason.
Wow, Ellie says you can have felonies as a president as long as it's not treason against the country. Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting theory.
You don't even have to be naturally born here right now because they're not under contract. That's how Obama became president. The contract stopped and he got in.
Huh.
He was born in Africa.
That's weird.
He was saying
I always
born
thought
in
a felony would stop you from being a public official.
A felony can stop you from having your gun and your voting right, but a felony won't stop you from becoming president. Just think of those standards.
That's fucking odd as fuck.
We let you be a corrupt politician.
You can't get a normal fucking job with a felony on your record because nobody wants to hire a felon, but you can become president of the United States.
That just don't even sound right at all.
Right? See, this is what I'm trying to bring out. And it's like, I say this stuff and people are like mind blown. Like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. That's why I got into doing stuff like this because it's like, why do we park on a driveway but drive on a parkway? Whoa.
We'd say that all the time.
Out in Boston, I remember when my wife was doing mortgages for a while, they were selling parking spots for $80,000. $80,000 for a little.
I can't even get like 300 grand for my closet. Come on.
People are crazy.
80 grand.
But I guess it's better than walking 8 miles to get to your wherever you are, right? So
the basement is dark, Hippie.
In the basement, Hippie.
Who's in the
You got to
basement?
turn the light on in the basement, Hippie.
There you go. There she is.
Jesus Christ. Leave a girl in the dark.
Thanks for the delivery.
Oh, you're welcome, honey. Anytime. You missed the first delivery, Jason. I gave you a delivery, but I wanted to correct something that Jaco said. Technically, you do not have to be born in the U.S., but one of your parents must be a U.S. born then. And that's where the clause comes in that you have to live within the United States and be a citizen for at least 14 years. But that's only if one of your parents are a U.S. born. So, because that covers what if your parents were abroad and you gave birth across. That's where that covers that. But yeah, you can be a felony and you can commit murder and everything else. It just can't be treason.
Wow.
Thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome.
That's odd. That is really odd.
So sign everybody up. It won't mean anything because the Electoral College has already picked who the next president is. That they're just letting you think that you have part, but you don't really have part. So thanks for playing.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, because here goes me and my big brain. I'll be
There's
president.
the first mistake.
Who wants to back me to be president so that way we can go through the process and we can prove that the Electoral College already knows who the fucking president is going to be?
Well, it wouldn't matter because you would have to pay. You would have to raise a certain amount of, and I forget what it is, but it's a few $1 million by certain periods of time in order to get your name on ballots. And then you have to pay for that in each state. And then you have to be represented by that through either the Democratic Party or the Republican Party because they're not going to count an independent party. So you can get on a ballot in your state if you've raised enough money, just like, Keanu West did or whatever the fuck his name is, and get that. But you won't get on every state. Therefore, you can never win the Electoral College. So it's by the Electoral College, only by the Republican and Democratic Party.
I don't know if we're doing live stream the whole time for the entire experience, like documenting the whole entire experience. I mean, my life, everything, putting cameras in my house, like documenting the whole thing, like putting it in everything. Do you think they still do it? Transparency. They don't like cameras, Ellie.
There's no transparency in the government. What is wrong with you? And you think that the president has power. They have zero power because
No, I
everything
know.
will get kicked right back down. It's just the puppet.
I was waiting for you to say, well, that's when you get assassinated.
You people for president.
No, the chat. Absolutely not. Don't put me in one of them freaking. No, thank you. I am not interested in any political office. Thank you.
I think it was someone in the chat earlier. Their name was someone.
Oh yeah, I've seen someone before.
Yeah, that made a great comment. And people that are good people don't want to be in these positions of government. You know.
Well, why would you? So you can be the lapdog for whoever is making the decisions who is not really in power as far as government title. They're in power as far as money. You don't get to see the people who make the real decisions.
You're absolutely right, Ellie. I was laughing at the comment. You're absolutely right.
What was it we named back in the day? It was Fuck Off Island.
Yes, that's my island.
Yeah.
I came across it when I was researching the police department, and they received a letter from ACLU in Kansas to train the police department more on the First Amendment. And it was all about one of them guys that goes around hanging flyers on people's houses for election time. And I found out through other means that it was actually a black person. And I heard he was cussing and stuff walking down the sidewalk. But somebody called the cops on him, and the cop forced him to ID or he would be put under arrest, according to what I read.
What a good day. Sun's coming out. It's turning out to be a wonderful day.
That was only
pulling
like
your
2
chain, Ellie. Pulling your chain.
Keeping my wads of cash to myself, AJ.
That's good one. Jason got it for premiere of PEI.
I'm sorry, everybody. I got to jump down. I got some stuff to take care of. Everybody, great to see you. And,
Thanks, you people.
I will try and catch up with you guys soon.
All right, brother. Appreciate you so much.
Take care,
Have a great
man.
day. So, what's going on, Chad? Long time no see. How goes the battle? That's a lot of Canadians. Slow burner. Time's Myron going live?
An hour and 20 minutes.
Gotcha.
Yes, but you're on YouTube. That's John. I'm sorry, but you heard wrong. That's only for the intranet.
Yes,
not YouTube. You can't get them confused.
Higher internet.
You got to check me out on the intranet. It can't be YouTube. I'm sorry. That market's been cornered by others.
Yes, keeper.
Yeah. See, that's the way I feel. Like, what do people care what anybody says about anybody? You know, if it's not true, why do you care, right? Ellie makes jokes about it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
What else can you do? She knows in her heart who she is. That's all that matters. Most of the rest of us know as well. So
exactly, fact.
And it's great. Yeah,
but hey,
just smile and laugh it off. It hurts them even more when they say their shit.
Right?
It's not getting across.
I mean, we all have our way out here of making money, right?
I got a whole special.
I mean,
crew that just fucking love me.
I don't make money. I just send wads.
Right? Well, I mean, as far as the people,
I just send wads in the mail, man. I send them to everybody. Jason, you got yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. You got it. Got to make sure you got it.
Yeah, it was on Friday. It all showed up there. Fuck yeah, bear money,
right.
bear money.
There you go.
Beer
Cool.
money.
Glad you got it. Glad you got it.
Go.
I didn't know you had Canadian currency though. Did you go down and get it fucking converted, or?
I did. I work that out in advance because I mean, I try to work out all of the countries and I just stack them in different envelopes and different vaults in my mansion on the hill. Yeah, I just do that.
When you're as good as Ellie, you got this all figured out.
Yeah, I just have to know which wing to go to. Sometimes I get a little confused, but I am having one of my caretakers put up little arrow signs to direct me in which country from which wing it is. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's all good.
That's great.
What's up, Ron? Motor City Maniac.
Good day.
Hello, hello. I give a fuck you, hippie. Just joking for the Lakers.
Keeper, you are cool.
Now, maybe you should read that correctly. She said, she nor I give a fuck, hippie. Just joking for the lurkers.
Right. Gotcha.
And Keeper, that's
the way I feel.
Correct.
Yeah.
I cannot. Jason's empty beer recycling would pay for a court for someone.
That's 100% fact. No, that is 100% fact. She is right.
Oh, shit. That's too funny.
I need a bigger house to store my empty cans.
It would pay for more than a court.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Probably have a small down payment for a fucking new home, too.
It's not going to be Prince Edward Island soon. It's going to be the Jason Gaudette Island soon because he's buying it with the recycles.
Mm-hmm. Some progress.
They, out here, recycling's kind of weird because all the rich people don't want to return their stuff because now you got to go to these buildings and you got to put the cans in individually and it's
stand around people like you waiting in line.
Right, exactly, Jason. Be around
be
people like me, so they're so they just throw their cans in the trash, you know. In the old days, you used to be able to bring the bags in and dump them on the table, and some guy would stand there and sort them, and you get a little fucking ticket, and you go get your money. But now it's all about you.
Wow. Okay.
Why you don't have that down there, South Alabama?
Oh yeah, they're talking about that now, having some kind of recycling place, a local. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the same, but
they just had one burned down out here in Kansas somewhere.
Really? Recycling plant?
Yeah, just burned down. Was it yesterday, day before?
Wow.
Saves the factory having to melt the cans down.
I think it got full. They didn't know what else to do with it.
A lot of stuff is burning down like that.
I saw this thing about a year ago on YouTube, and it's about recycling and how a lot of plastics that are at a certain level, they don't even recycle it. They ship it to foreign countries, and they were showing this pile in like Thailand, fucking 90 feet high, fucking. And the guy walks over the camera and starts picking them up. And it was mainly Australia and the United States. Just piles and piles of plastic. And it's like, why do you even recycle if, I just don't even understand it. So now out here where we are, you can't buy a plastic bottle at the local huge shopping center. There's no such thing as a plastic bottle with a cover.
I just saw an old video. They were talking about recycling. When they pick it up curbside, they're just charging you extra for the extra dump. It's all going to the landfill. That video was.
Do you still have plastic bags when you go like grocery shopping?
No, they charge 10 cents a bag, or I think it's 10 cents for the clear plastic ones and 20 cents for paper.
So they still have them.
Really? They
I
charge
like what they
you?
did here. I support 100%. They got rid of all that shit and buy reusable bags and they last forever. They're fucking strong.
I agree. My wife and I, we have them. We're very recycle conscious. We recycle everything. We spend a lot of time, and you know what I mean? I put a lot of my excess food goes into my worm farm. Ridiculous amounts of food, a lot of paper, all the
Coffee
Amazon
grounds.
boxes. What'd you say?
Coffee grounds.
Not so much because they tend to be a little acidic. They're good outside. I do save them, but I don't throw them in mass quantities into the worm farm.
You only make one pot at a time.
I know, but we
Inflation's
drink a
gone
lot of
crazy
coffee.
here. A guy down the road that sells worms for fishing. He used to get a whole shitload, like 25 for a couple bucks. He's up at $1 a worm now.
Yeah. Well, these are specific worms for breaking
Night
stuff
crawlers
down.
for fishing.
They're red wigglers, so they
Red wigglers?
not really great for fishing. I mean, you could use
No.
them, but I wouldn't want to.
Oh,
hook
they're
these
good for
bastards.
fishing.
Yeah.
I've used slugs before.
How does the price of worms go up?
Right? Because of COVID. Everything went up.
Fuck. Yeah, 25 worms, 25 bucks plus tax.
I mean, the supply chain is still awry. You can't get parts for my motorcycle if I wanted to.
Oh, you still have,
Shit.
oh shit, eh?
I thought you were selling that motorcycle, hippie.
Yeah, I know.
But what happened?
Yeah, I
But
know.
then I've been having
The
fun
bike
on
you
it,
like.
riding around. I was in
So
Boston.
you said that you couldn't sell it during the winter time because people weren't looking, but when it gets nice, you were. But now that it got nice, you want to ride it again. So then it's this vicious cycle that you really don't want to sell it.
I know. It's true.
I feel for you, man.
Yeah, it's gonna kill me too. I know.
It is.
Say that hippie,
Yeah.
man.
No, it is. Don't lie to them.
No, I agree. I mean, it's dangerous to sell. People in cars don't care about people in cars. They don't even see motorcycles, you know?
Oh, don't you fucking say that. I hate motorcyclists that say that. Because you also get those motorcyclists that thinks it's fucking cool to weave in and around you. I'm like, fuck you.
That's hippie.
Yep, that's definitely
Fuck you.
hippie.
I seen a 3-wheeler get side T-boned.
Ask hippie how fast he was driving last summer. Go on, hippie, tell him.
Upwards of 150.
I heard.
Uh-huh.
On many occasions.
Yeah.
Feels
So
good at the time, don't
the
it?
speed limit law does not apply to him when he's on the bike.
So I look once, nothing's there. I look
And
the other
then-
way, nothing's there. I pull out 150. Oh, I just fucking hit you, boy.
Yeah. Well,
Only
that,
do it 100 yards.
that was in a place where it was appropriate. We'll just say that. It was a lot
It
of
was not
bikers
appropriate.
there.
It was not appropriate. Don't lie.
Well, for me, it was. We'll put
Okay,
that
but it was not appropriate.
for
You just
instance,
thought you could get away with it and do it, and you're fortunate that you did, but others did not, and it catches up with you.
true.
Don't lie.
It's true. I met this guy the other day. His arm was completely dead. He crashed on a motorcycle, an R6, which is what one of the guys that I ride with rides. And his arm was completely dead. He was in a coma for 9 months. He was doing 40 miles an hour down the road, and some woman just pulled right out, and he hit her, and he was asleep for 9 months, and now his arm is just like a blob of, and he's lucky to be alive. Pins and stainless throughout his body, and
Life
So,
changers.
so his
up there.
alive is suffering and pain.
yeah, I would say
Sounds
so.
wonderful. Keep the bike,
He
hippie.
looked- Yeah, he looked like he was in pain too.
Yeah, that should be a reminder. List the bike. List the bike.
I parked the bike out in South Boston. A couple of guys were sitting there smoking a joint. There was a bunch of picnic tables. We're completely never been there before ever. And we start talking to some guy about YouTube and this and that, and blah blah blah. And he was saying how his buddy was doing 160 on his bike, and he
Oh, I'm sorry.
crashed, and the spacing between the railing wasn't enough for his body to go underneath it. He was decapitated because of his helmet. So his body went under and his head was following, and it couldn't fit through, and it literally took his head right off. I'm like, holy fuck.
I like what
You hear that everywhere I go on my motorcycle, people tell stories like that, you know.
Did you ever hear that story like Floyd was just saying there?
Our last motorcyclist I hit had it coming. Yeah. Yeah, it's my addictive personality. That's the problem. I know. Yeah, I had that discussion with Joe Cool on panel. But I could use the money. I need to get a nice new computer. Like Zach just got a nice
And with
computer.
COVID, you can get more for the bike, way more than what you paid for it.
Oh fuck yeah! Wow.
Because everything is costing more, so you can sell it for more.
We're trying to get a used
beautiful
work truck
bike
at work.
too. Everywhere I go, people are like
10,000 minimum for fucking something with a.
It would look beautiful on the sales ad.
I agree. And then a nice new computer with me sitting here behind it. Like I managed.
Just think how much more you could get. You could actually even save money. Your car insurance goes
I
down.
give my wife 3/4 of it, and
Well, she might be upset if you sell it because then her chances of getting the life insurance go down a little bit.
That's true. Yeah,
But,
I was gonna say of her getting rid of me because she bought it for me. You know, I don't have a fucking.
I'd love
dime.
to see you exchange it for a $10,000 computer.
What happened was she got in.
That'd be one hell of a computer.
When she got laid off during the C word thing, she took a little money from retirement and she bought me the bike. So that's how the bike came along. I definitely couldn't have afforded it any other way if she hadn't.
Yeah, but normally things depreciate, but now everything's appreciating, so you can get more. So sell it.
Yeah, I agree.
And prices will.
Yeah, my son was just saying he was looking yesterday and the prices are way up, especially where I'm at out here on the Cape, you know. So,
Floyd, is that a true story or are you just joking?
pass me on the left, a 2-lane with solid WLOs. I was turning into my drive. Oh my God.
Something like that. You would not have to be looking for him. He's supposed to be looking for you. Is it true though? Because I'm curious too now. Or are you just pulling?
Yeah.
If he passed you on the left, you know, like on the other side of the world would have been okay. 100%.
In Boston, you should see in Boston, biking is crazy. You got guys on 4-wheelers. I was up there a couple weekends ago, and I'm riding down the road, and I swear I hear a dirt bike. I'm like, what the fuck? And I turn around and look, and it's like 5 dirt bikes riding wheelies and a guy on a 4-wheeler riding wheelie right through the center of fucking the city. And that's when I found out that they have a no chase law in Boston. Cops aren't allowed to fuck with them. So they can just do whatever the fuck they want. Cops, if they run, you know, if they're stupid enough to stop, say a cop puts a light on or whatever, then they're fucked. But if they decide to run, cops aren't legally allowed to chase them. And it makes sense because the bike is like a missile, you know what I mean? And if you're innocently driving down the road and you got some guy out running the cops, he's going to, you know, possibly kill somebody else, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Good job.
Motorcycles are a different breed. Oh my God, for a month. I had a guy was at a stoplight yesterday, and he had a blue line thing on the back of his truck. I'm a bit of a distance away. He pulls his truck to the left a little or to the right a little, and he waves me up. Come here, come here. So I pull up. He's like, oh man, beautiful bike. He's like, I want to ride a bike, but I'm too scared. My wife won't let me. I said, I get it, man. It's not for everybody.
And you didn't make any mention of the blue line?
No, because he was saying, you know, come on up, and he was, you know, some people think that because they put that on there, they're gonna get away with a ticket.
Some don't know. Some really don't fucking really know.
You know, the truth is, back to blue until it happens to you, and that's the truth. Because the first time your son or daughter gets pulled over for doing something wrong, your fucking days of licking the blue line will be over. So,
I've seen several videos lately like that.
Wow, was out of car for a month. Oh, I know about that. The insurance companies and getting cars fixed take forever. Yeah. Just took my
Exchange it
wife's
for a
car.
jet-powered chair.
Pretty soon we'll have our own personal little flying machines, right? There'll be no such thing as traffic and
Cleaning lady dusting.
That's what we need. Let's get high and fly.
Right? Get high and get higher.
Yeah.
A drone will just show up to pick you up and give you a ride to the, when you need to go to the store or whatever. Instead of a taxi
over
going
now.
up on 4 wheels, it'll be a fucking drone, man. Totally.
You'll have to have built landing pads on the side of buildings.
Right? Yeah. Technology's getting crazy. Now it's like fucking AI everything on YouTube, you know what I mean? People are literally making their videos from nothing through AI. My understanding is YouTube's about to change some shit on the use of AI and creating content and not being able to use the AI as your 100% creation and possibilities of monetization removal. And then you have 21 days to apply. And if you don't get accepted, then it's 90 days. And I get it, though. They want people to create content, like real content, not like just, you know what I mean? Playing something that the AI creates. AI is weird, though. I was on Chat APT there the other day messing around. I asked it to write a love letter, and I gave it some parameters, and it was fucking crazy how fucking amazing that shit writes. It's insane. Pretty soon we will just be doing nothing. We'll just be like attached to a machine, like working through our brain, like the Matrix movie,
I did hear a lot when everybody
Hippie, don't worry. Nobody's attaching anything to your brain. You're safe.
I don't have anything. It's empty. The lights are on, Ellie, but nobody's home.
With my hand.
Your hand? What? What are you doing with your hand? Wait.
That's what everyone was saying. Remember when the jabs, when it first came out, that they're putting a chip in you, and then you're gonna be like paying debit. You just got to put your hand on there.
Oh yeah.
I'm still waiting for mine to kick in. It ain't working yet.
I don't know. I had it. I'm still.
You got declined for insufficient funds, Jason. It's only good at your local beer distributor.
Maybe I'm using the wrong hand.
Yeah. Well, could be long-term effects, We got pollen right now out here that's so bad. Like, you could wash your car 3 times a day and it's yellow. It's fucking... Because we had such a mild winter the 3rd year in a row. Everything's lived through the winter incredibly, so place is just blooming pollen. It's not fun.
No? Not funny?
It isn't. No. Yeah. Easter beers? Wait, what? Easter passed by, didn't it?
Talking about Jason's cleaning lady.
Oh. There's my black dick on my forehead. Cat, what the hell? Yeah, that was the night after my last birthday. Not this one, the one before. Ago? Yeah, when me and Annie were had a show together.
I fucking love your glasses.
I don't really look too much different. My bags look a little less under my eyes, but I don't know. Look about the same.
I miss Any Fan. If you're listening, wish you would come back.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, I played his. It's actually sitting in the locker right now. His.
That's fucking impressive. Tell me you wouldn't leave with that at the bar.
Somebody's knocking for you, Jason. They want it.
Hip hop parade. Hip hop parade for hippie. We came to YouTube thinking there'd be unicorns and rainbows. And he was met with trolls, frauds, and a ton of assholes. But he created a place for all to have fun. Talk about 1A, share some music, peace and sun. You're one of a kind, man, and I hope you know it's true that I speak for everyone when I say we love you. Hey, 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 say, hip hop parade. Hip hop parade for hippie. So join him on his live streams and bring an open mind. Yes, with Hippie you should be choosing to spend your time. Keep bringing people together, hippie, and sharing your smile. YouTube is better because of you and your unique style. Come share your channel link and make a new friend. It's Hippie the Man.
I have the Dirty Mike song, yep.
And Hippie and I have a bond that we share. We both lost a brother, but he and I became a great pair. He has a mane like a lion and ladies do adore. Hippie has subs and fans galore. Hippie for president, released on YouTube. We love you to death. I just wanted to share with you this year groove and say hip hop parade. Hip hop parade for hippie.
Yeah.
He really was.
He was very talented.
A talented guy, yeah. And we kind of
let's correct that. He is very talented. Let's not act like he's deceased. He's just not on YouTube.
And you know, me and him had a special bond because we both lost a brother. You know.
Do you have his number? Maybe reach out to him.
I do have contacts. I could get in touch with him, but I don't know. When you leave
maybe he'll come up.
Last thing you want to do is, you know, be bothered by people from YouTube. You know, maybe someday.
That shit.
Love that song.
Reach out to him. He's good people.
Yeah, I say reach out to him.
Let me see.
Just even if he doesn't come back, but just to get an update, let him know that we were thinking about him, and you know that he does have people that miss him. Screw the haters, as he said.
Here we go. Let's see if I can do this. I'm not sure. I'll try though. Share screen. Window? No. Entire screen? No. Huh. I don't know how to do it. Because it's not like on YouTube. It's in my file, so I don't know how to share. Let's see. Let's try a different way. Cancel.
Video. Are you trying to share his phone number?
No. Kind of share the Dirty Mike
Tell
song.
him you were drinking, then call him.
Right? That's a good one. Let's see. I can't find it. Probably on. I can't find it. So.
If you're gonna play the song, I might as well get dressed for it.
Right? I don't. You think doing this long? Let me try it this way. Wonder if I can do it through OBS. Add.
Speaking of getting dressed, Jason, what shirt are you wearing today?
The match game shirt.
I never saw that.
You never saw the match game shirt? Holy
No.
shit.
What is it? Let me see. I can't see.
I know.
I see what it is. Oh, that's an interesting shirt. Oh,
Did you get it all?
I did.
With hell. Stoner.
What's on the back? Anything?
Nope.
Nope. Should have put the answers on the back.
Yeah, I know.
Just in case anybody didn't know.
Guilty for stealing content.
That's great shit.
You couldn't load the video?
No, I couldn't figure it out. I have it on my hard drive, but I can't figure out how to play it on StreamYard per se.
Maybe if you upload it as a private video to your channel and then bring the link over.
How come I can't just do share window though? Like
you can
present.
Just don't know why
share
you can't do it.
Window.
Are you playing with one monitor or two?
One. Like the video is open in the system tray down below right now, ready to just press play. But when I click on share window, it's not there. Let's try this. Let's do the share window. Let's put this on share. All right. I think I figured it out. Here we go. So, what do you see right now? You see the song?
No.
No.
We don't see nothing.
Oh, it's not up. That's right. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, we can't see it, but we'll
You're
hear it.
backstage.
I hope.
Click your tab. There. Play full screen.
No, that's not it. There it is. Does that work?
Well, when you play it, maybe we'll tell you. We can see it.
You must be.
What's out there?
No.
Huh? What's out there?
Can't play it either. What the?
I know, baby. I know.
Hey, my dog's barking now. The hell?
What's that?
It
Sorry.
won't play.
Come on, play.
I've been doing this shit forever. I can't believe I can't figure this shit out.
Rusty, huh?
Right? I can't find out where in the where it's stored. Like it's stored on quiet dog, I just let you out.
I got one out there fussing too.
Yeah, I like that song too. That's a good song, the Dirty Mike song. I love it when Andy goes, "Dirty." Let's see. Let me try it one more time. Present video file. What dog?
I like the one on the AFA cruise. He did the short of phoning Myron and playing it.
Oh, really?
Started laughing his fucking ass.
Let's
barely
see.
hear it though, but it's funny as fuck. Put it in the private chat.
Do you have it just the song, or is it on a whole thing and you're just going to that point of it?
It's weird because it shows an address. I think I got it from .com and it's on somewhere. He's got it somewhere. So it's not actually
Maybe
on my
email
hard
it
drive.
to Jason and then Jason can bring it up.
Or put the fucking link in the private chat. I'll bring it. Or if it's on something.
Gmail.
Email.
Gmail.
My Gmail?
Sign in.
Oh, no.
Hippie Auditor. No, I think .com sent the actual file to. So let's do this. .com. Let's see here. Where's the Dirty Mike song? No, that file's not found. Weird. Been a while. I'm soft. Was it on a different email? Let's try.
Let me make sure. There we go.
You got it?
And if you're just joining in chat, this is Hippie's example on why not to smoke pot, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Here we go. Let's see.
Stick to beer.
There was a problem playing this video. What? All right. This fucking computer.
You have a guest that
This
wants
is
to join.
one of the. We have a guest that wants to join? Ah, here we go. That's the exact one, yeah. What's up?
Turn the volume up.
Started out fun.
It's a little low.
People together.
It's as high as it went.
Oh.
But the stench is on your hands, Mike. You've earned the term dirty. You're rotten to the core with your narcissistic ways. Yeah. Insulting hippie auditor and I.
Calling us gay.
Something wrong with that if we were, but we're not. You're homophobic. So much worse. Yeah. You've ravaged many in this here community. You're an absolute curse. And that's why they say dirty, filthy, stinking hands. Dirty, filthy, sticky hands, Mike. You claim others are out there, subscribers stealing. Not true, dirty. Others just realize you're a snake without feeling. No justice says to unsubin that he's not worth a single like. The reason is that the stench is on those filthy, stinking hands. Dirty Mike. Yeah, and that's why they say dirty, filthy, stinking hands. Dirty, filthy, sticky hands, Mike. So keep at your bullshit as 'cause you take wrenches away with your game. Truth be told, you should replace Sarah and Ashcan and the statements you made with your own goddamn name. Yeah, this is for them and so many, so rotten hell, Mike. You waste of human space. You disgust so many of us. I feel bad for Canadians, but you're a disgrace to the race. The whole entire human race. That's why they say dirty, filthy, stinky, hands. Dirty, filthy, stinky hands, Mike.
That's
Hell
such a
yeah.
great song.
Oh, and so's that one.
Cool. I'll get the AI to make a cool story. I'll upload once done. All right. I'm down. The AI is off the hook, obviously. I've been messing around with it like on some of my YouTube videos. I forget the name of the program. It's an extension to Google Chrome, but it's like something IQ, and it's a YouTube helper AI, and it'll name your videos. It'll tell you tags that are current, that relate to what you're doing, that are highly ranked. It'll make a thumbnail, the whole thing. It's freaking. The AI has made a few from the UK auditing community. Nice. I'm down. We've been messing with AI for like a year over here on the Hippie channel. We started this shit with AI before anybody was doing it. Me in South Alabama. Like, he's got like 10,000 song pitches. I've got about 3,000. And recently, after talking with Jason Gaudet, although I haven't done anything with it in a minute, talked about doing memberships. And the other thing that I was looking at doing was T-shirts, because the T-shirts, I can use any of the AI art that we made on this channel as T-shirts. So I thought, wow, that's pretty rad. I've got thousands of fucking pitches. So Hippie Goes Down? Is that the name of my show? My AI? Okay. I'm down. The AI is non-biased, which is good. I agree. I just feel like
how come you haven't done the membership thing on your channel yet?
It's set up and stuff. I'm applicable. I've got to make the
icons and shit.
Yeah, I started making them, and then I get busy and don't have time. I could have done it today all day. I do have quite a.
You can add the icons later. Put the ones you have up on it whenever you do it, and I'm fucking membering up.
Lifetime usage.
Just
13.
don't start it at like a minimum of $29.99, or you're
No,
not gonna have nobody.
It'll be like the 99-cent deal, right?
Yeah,
It's the cheapest
exactly.
I think you can do,
People
right?
love having their names green and shit.
Fab Daddy, what's going on, my friend? Lifetime images. He's got 13,000 images. Damn. Too busy speeding on his bike. Yeah, I know. It was on private property. And maybe I'm lying just to look cool. Let's see.
We'll work with that.
Does either one of those work, Ellie? I mean,
no.
Shit. See, people know me too well. That's the problem. I've been here too long. You're full of shit, Hippie. You were doing fucking 150 on public ways. Yeah. People I was with were doing much faster. The AI story.
Oh, that's good. Throw other people under the bus and dry
That's
snitch
why I
on
said
them.
people. I didn't say who. My best AI story
Yeah, that's
is
like those people over there were going faster than me, officer.
yeah. What? Well, I guess maybe I won't give out too much information, but I'd be the guy going slow, trying to slow them down so the people that are going fast get away. I don't know. Bad people in this world. My best AI story is RA Gamer, the sheep. Sounds interesting. And the story of BBA. I don't think I've seen either one of them, bro, to be fair. But I would check it out. Why the fuck not? Good Guy Audits was here for a while. Banana was here for a while. Busy day. Where are we? 3 hours and 5
Hey, Fab
minutes?
Daddy. Good to see you.
Hippie like sheep. I started early today. I want to hit that 30 beer quota. I've worked my name up to please donate. Is costing a few more bucks to keep up with this new quota.
PDF, if you're watching, please get that out there.
Oh, man.
Got me up to a 30 beer a night.
I gotta
quota.
imagine
Gotta keep up with that shit.
30 beers in a day. That is quite a cha-ching. I mean, how much is
a
a
challenge
beer?
when it comes to the financials. The drinking part's
Yeah.
pretty fucking easy.
He's up to 31 now.
Oh, for fuck's sake. It's gonna get sad.
He's got stamina.
He's got stamina. The link is pinned if you want to come up, anybody. Canadian or Americans? I couldn't drink 30 beers physically. I would drink like 6 beers and throw up and be passed out on the floor.
I couldn't drink a half a beer. Oh my God. Beer is disgusting.
I agree,
Deja
Ellie.
vu, huh, hippie?
Oh, it smells gross. Ugh. That is an acquired taste. I just can't imagine wanting to acquire that taste.
Well, thank you for at least being the delivery lady. I'd hate to see.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
I probably could drink a pint of like whiskey or a pint of vodka or something, but maybe that I'd be fucking blistered.
You can drink whiskey?
I wouldn't want to.
Ugh.
The risk of my computer getting thrown through a window or some crazy shit happening.
I stay away from the hard shit.
But do you even like it? Like, do you like the taste of it?
Well, here's the thing. I hate booze in general, Ellie, altogether. But so I'll either be drinking a girly drink, or, you drink whiskey and you just get it over with right away. Like a couple shots and you fucking chase it with something really sweet. And then next thing you know, you're fucking hammered. As with beer, Jason's got to do a lot of work. But here's the fun part for Jason. He gets to slowly get there while having fun doing his thing, drinking beer, So, but for me, I'd rather just do a few shots of whiskey and go, which, by the way, reminds me of a funny story, Jason. So the other night I was sitting on the couch, just fucking watching TV or whatever with the old lady, and I'm scrolling through YouTube, right? And I see this guy. I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? So I look and he's e-bagging $2 a shot for some crazy bourbon whiskey. So my son says, Dad, what's this thing? Let's get him drinking. So my son gives him $2. Mind you, the guy's got people's names all over his face because when you drop $5 for a shot, he puts his name on his face with a magic marker. So he's got like all kinds of names. So my kid sends $5 and says chug. So the guy's like, chug, huh? Oh shit. So he takes a couple of chugs and he's like, his eyes are watering and shit. I'm like, So then He's just fucking all hammered. So I sent $5. I'm like, all right, bro, chug. Next thing you know, he is just fucking. It's got names all over his face and shit. He was having fun though. I don't know. A lot of people would be criticizing him for being an e-beggar, but who gives a shit? Guy's having fun in life. It's his life.
I'm proud of myself for being here live every day, having fucking 10, 12 beers a night compared to what I come from.
There's a beer here that tastes like wine. Wine is gross.
Yeah, I don't like wine either. I had that before, and oh my God, I had such a headache. I couldn't.
I agree. I would get the hangover before I even fell asleep and woke up to have
It wasn't even a hangover. It was just a bad headache. I don't like alcohol. I don't like the taste of it. And when everybody's like, "Oh, keep drinking it, you'll learn to like it," I don't want to have to learn to like something.
No, you just keep sending it to me.
Yeah, I just keep sending it to Jason. There's no reason for me to drink
keep
it.
drinking it, Ellie. You'll like the taste after a while.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
It's like, well, isn't it the same when you start smoking? It's like,
AFD, what's up? How are you? Chillin'? Been on stream for a couple hours. Talked a lot of interesting things throughout this stream. Please stop highlighting my comments. Who are you talking about?
Okay.
I don't know. I like keeping people part of the stream, you know, but then I always
what
forget.
if they don't want to be?
Well, why would you come if you don't want to be on here?
yeah, but they want to see who's on panel too. And if you keep the comment pinned, people have to keep asking. Like nobody would know that was South Alabama if you had a comment pinned.
And nobody would know it's Jason got it.
No, everybody would know it's you.
Yeah, because of that red hair. I want my hair. Well, that's why I was just about to say I need to do an e-big here and get my get you guys. Whoever drops the most money can pick the color. And I'll fucking go down and get my hair fucking.
You couldn't even do it pink for your beard, and now you want to.
Get back.
But I tried it on my own. Come on now. It didn't work, Ellie. So I need to go have it done professionally.
Hey, let John up. John's in the basement. Let him up.
Is he?
His battery just died in his flashlight.
I priced it to wash, bleach,
Thank you, Ellie.
and tint.
You're welcome, hon.
If you go one color, it's $120. I'm like, $120?
No.
You got to do it yourself. You don't need to get it done professionally. How hard is it to dye your hair?
Who's gonna do that? Me?
Yeah.
You could do it live while you're having a beer or two.
If you're just doing your beard, absolutely you can do it
my
yourself.
Hair, Ellie. I want my whole.
You can do your hair too. It's not that hard.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on. Let's be honest. It's a little thin there, so I mean, just squirt it all over your head, rub it in, leave it sit for 25 minutes, and then go wash it out. And use cold water because it'll last longer.
Really?
The bleaching
Yes.
does burn though.
Always use cold water to keep the color longer.
Jason's having fun as always. He's sucking them down.
And don't strip it with your shampoo. You have to get color extended shampoo.
really?
Yes. Otherwise, it's going to look like a massacre when you take a shower.
Is there a special kind of bleach or just bleach?
No, you don't get bleach. Your bleaching would mean that you're taking your hair all white first. You don't need to do that. You have plenty of white.
No.
So you just need to add a color.
It depends what color hue he wants. If he wants something.
Well, but you can match it up.
You do have to bleach it.
I don't think he's looking for you.
No. You just want a color, then yeah, you can skip that part.
Well, I originally thought green would be cool, but
shit like that.
Originally, I thought green would be cool, but then I realized the green screen would fucking make my head.
You would look ridiculous. We could probably see in your mouth and down your throat if you did that.
Whoa, wait, what the hell?
Oh,
whoa. So anyway, I guess it's blue or pink, really.
And you paid how much to get just your beard done?
I just bought stuff at the local store, and my granddaughter and wife tried it, and it didn't fucking tint my beard at all. My hair was
How long
slightly
did you leave it
tinted,
on
but
for?
past the amount of time that
You
it
got
said
to
on
get
the
that
container.
kind that
But
stinks
maybe
like peroxide, don't you?
right.
That stink to it.
And did you get permanent or did you get temporary
I
coloring?
think she got temporary. So,
Well, you got to
or
get
not
permanent.
permanent. I think there's like 3 lanes, not
Get permanent.
washed out.
There you go. Splat. That's what my daughters used to use.
Huh.
And yeah, that's some good stuff.
Isn't that the stuff they sell at Hot Topic?
Yeah.
Hot Topic?
Yeah. Are they still in business?
That's what I'm gonna get.
I'm not sure.
Don't know. The wife grabbed it just from the, but you can see the difference of the.
That used to be a big mall store like Spencer's.
There you
It comes
go.
out really
Yeah.
dark and shit. But if you
Yeah, see how it shows you to go from one to the other? That's what you need so you can see what it'll turn out. But you need a permanent color. You don't need a temporary that'll wash out with one wash because that stuff's crap to begin with.
And still to this day, every time I shower and I do the hair, it's still red.
Now understand permanent means exactly that. Permanent.
Right.
Meaning that you'd have to grow out your beard or shave it to get it off.
Right. Like
And let me help you wherever you don't want color to go. Be very careful wherever you don't want color to go, like in your ears and stuff like that. Take a little conditioner or baby oil and rub it on like your forehead and all around your hair outline and your ears and behind your ears and like on the back of your neck.
That's why I'd rather.
And the color won't stain there because it can't attach to conditioner.
I'll have like pink eyebrows and pink eyelashes and freaking pink.
You're never going to have
hair.
pink eyelashes, never, because you're not going to ever put coloring on there.
Oh, you'd be surprised what the hippies can do.
That means it's just running down your head, and that's just stupid. What you do is after you put the the conditioner outline for where you don't want it to go past, and you put the color on, then you get like a plastic bag from like a supermarket, and you put that on your head with a little like clip or a scrunchie so it doesn't run anywhere, and then you set it and forget it. But only for about no more than 30 minutes, because then your hair might fall out.
Yeah, you don't want to burn it.
That would be scary.
Yeah.
A bald hippie, like shaven with all shiny.
Well, it's only hair. It'll grow back.
I agree. You're right. I shaved it off once. You've heard the story, I'm sure of it. When we were camping and someone came up to have dinner with us and they said, "Oh, have you checked your daughter's hair yet?" And I thought, So I said, "Why are the wood ticks bad this year?" And the woman looks me right in the face and says, "No, our kids got lice." And I was like, it didn't dawn on me at first, like, wait, what? And so yeah, pretty much 5 seconds after that happened, I jumped in my car and drove home and shaved the hair. I had hair, as long as my hair
I
is
got a
now.
buzz, so that just cracks me up.
You didn't think that maybe just getting rid and putting that in and combing it through might have done the job?
Ellie, we're talking about bugs crawling on me.
I understand that, but you still have to go through your sheets and clothes and everything else. So
My granddaughter ended up catching them, and it took us 2 months to get rid of them. It was, and meanwhile, the school they and rightfully so, they teach the kids. And my granddaughter would be like, "Papa, it's no big deal. It's just lice."
no, I agree with you. It's
I'm
skeevy.
out there with a fucking sander on my head, making sure they're all dead and shit,
Man, them things are impossible. They are impossible.
Yeah.
You got a boy, you can just about shave their head, send them to school. You got a girl, you can't do that. You got to sit there and treat it and go through them and pick it. Oh my gosh.
Well, that Alabama you can do it.
I didn't get that, John.
You're breaking up, Johnny.
Yeah.
Say it again.
One more time.
I said it may be cruel, but you can shave their head.
I don't know. I just.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I didn't like the idea of it at all.
He went home.
I mean, I get it. It's part of life and it's natural, and you know, kids get them. And my granddaughter had really long hair at the time, which, you know, to be fair, is like a magnet. Just, you know, when you
Well,
have
I'll give
long
you
hair.
that it's part of life and everything, but it's not natural to have bugs in your hair.
Well, I guess you're right. I mean, I guess if you were in the wild, we would have bugs in our hair, right? So it is kind of natural.
No,
Kind of.
because if that was the case, then I would shave my own head. I wouldn't be taking no bugs. I'm sorry, but
I mean,
I'm not going to lie.
I gotta tell you,
have
like,
a huge fear of insects. Huge fear.
my granddaughter and my son dug this hole in the backyard, and they put a fence around it so that the ferret could play around inside there. And one day I looked outside and I seen a squirrel in there, so I went out to help it get out of there, which it wasn't trapped. The whole top is wide open, and it kept like trying to run, and it didn't have the smarts to just jump up and over, you know, as smart as those things are. So I grabbed it by the tail, and when I picked it up, I looked at its underbelly, and I was like, oh my God, it was covered with fleas, like covered. I'm like, holy fuck. Yeah, stuff
Who was
in the
this?
wild.
What was this? Your cat?
Squirrel.
You picked up a squirrel?
Yeah, by the
Any
tail.
particular reason?
It was stuck in this thing. It wouldn't come out. So to save its life, I decided to grab it by its tail and pull it up out of the hole.
Did you feel better afterwards?
I was kind of freaked out, like, oh my God.
Yeah. All right. Why am I echoing?
I think I'm hearing voices.
Oh, because John has YouTube open.
Oh. Let's see if I can kill
Oh
that.
yeah, his ring is wobbling. I hate the squirrels because, like, I've been feeding birds for in the same place for 22 years, and like, I just went and bought a thing of birdseed. They were $30. I'm like, $30? Holy shit! But I love the birds.
So now the squirrels are going to get dependent on you
Squirrels
and keep
come in
coming
and try.
back.
No. I've trained the dogs that when they see the squirrel, they jump at the wall at the window, and the squirrel runs off.
You did not train your dogs. Your dogs just want to get at them. Come on.
No. If I say
My dog sees a squirrel and he's about to decapitate himself.
If I say squee a squirrel, they come running at fucking attention. I've trained them.
My Buster still thinks that's his goal. I think his last goal in life is to catch a squirrel. He got a groundhog once.
The pit bull.
And he was so proud of himself. No, he's a little dog.
Right?
But he got a groundhog and he was so excited. And now he wants a squirrel, and this squirrel just keeps messing with him in our yard. But it runs up the tree, and he'll sit there for hours just staring up at the tree. Like, you're going to fall eventually. And sometimes he'll do tricks and jump to the fence or whatever.
It's funny that the squirrels know. The chipmunks sit right on my front porch and laugh at the cats. Like, what's the matter? Can't get me?
Yeah, they know how far they can go.
Your leash ends at 10 feet. Well, 8 people. Woo.
I just had a fox go by my backyard the other day. I'm like, that's a little odd for the fox to be out during the day. And it didn't even stop. It just walked on by. And I'm like yelling for the dogs to come in. And thank God it didn't pay no attention. And my dogs didn't see it or I would have gone over.
We got coyotes now that are really bad. Like, every day, every night, I see a coyote. They're just like taking over out here.
That's got to be scary.
They carry dogs away on a regular basis out here.
But you know what? It's probably the birdseed you leave out, and the birds and the squirrels told the coyotes, hey, go over to Hippie's house. He's feeding it for free.
That's it. No, it's just in my lifetime, when I was a kid, there was no such thing as coyotes here. Just in my lifetime, they've, for whatever reason, started populating out here, which I'm not surprised. The food source out here is amazing. We have salt marshes everywhere, which have birds and fish and clams and quahogs and mussels and oysters and so much to eat. Makes sense that they would be out here.
And then you have crazy neighbors who feed them and wonder why they keep coming.
Are you jealous because you don't feed your birds? Is that it?
No, I don't feed the birds.
Why not?
No freaking way. Go feed your damn self.
Beautiful. They're beautiful. Except for the blue jay. Blue jay is the only bird I don't like.
Yeah, they're fucking ugly.
I'm only feeding my dogs. That's it. I'm not feeding anything else.
No,
I'm not trying. No, because you make them become dependent on humans, and then when they don't get it, then they attack, and that's not a good thing. So you need to let them eat nature the way it was meant to be. They survived before you, hippie. They can survive after you.
Right.
But when they start getting too close, and then they become prey to other animals, and then they become rabid, and then they start going after everything else, then you'll wonder why you have that problem. No, I'm not talking about birds. I'm talking about squirrels and all the other wildlife. No, birds, I don't care. I don't care. Every time I think about the birds, I think about Alfred Hitchcock's movie, The Birds, and I'm just like, ugh. So no, let alone the shit on your car. So no.
It's kind of like the signs where it says, please don't feed the bears, and the morons get out of the car and start feeding the bears out of food, and they run off with their arm.
Yeah, like, no, stop. And you know the squirrels are getting stuff out of the bird feeder. Now, I understand hummingbirds, if you want to leave a little bit of sugar water, colored sugar water for them, no other animal is going to bother that. But the other stuff, listen, that's free range for any animal out there if they're starving enough.
Well, that's a pretty cool picture there, South Alabama.
But I don't feed the hummingbirds either.
No, we feed.
No, somebody else can do that.
Several feeders out there right now.
Yeah, I know. It's nice. I'll admire somebody else doing that on YouTube. I don't want to take away a click and view.
Right.
So if you want me to watch your video, get the hummingbird feeders out and I'll watch them.
Nice. We were talking recently. We saw a video of the woman who makes the watering feeders for them. And basically, she just does it with minimal amounts of stuff. Pretty sick. Forget her name, but she literally sticks her arm out the window and the hummingbirds land on her arm and shit. Pretty sick.
Whose channel is that?
I forget her name. It's a very popular channel out there.
I would watch that.
I love hummingbirds. Yeah, she's got literally hundreds of fucking hummingbird feeders. It must be like California, because I think they're kind of there all the time, or a lot of the time. Out here, we get them for like a month and a half, a month, and they're gone. I saw one yesterday. I was standing out next to the feeder, and I was talking to somebody who's in my driveway. And all of a sudden, I heard this around my ear. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I looked over, and there was 3 hummingbirds on my one feeder. I was like, this is fucking great. I love it. You can say whatever you want. They have to eat every 2 hours or they die. They're a weird creature. Literally, they have to consume food every 2 hours. Google.
Well, because they're always on the move.
Yeah, their wings are moving so fast and using so much energy. Pretty neat.
What's the lifespan of a hummingbird?
I don't know. I can't imagine it's long. That I've never really looked into
South
that.
Alabama? Do your job. Google lifespan of a hummingbird, please.
I'm going to say 2 years, maybe.
I would guess 2 to 3 years.
3 to 5 years.
Oh,
3 to 5. Okay. Poor little hummingbirds.
They've been known to live for more than 10 years.
Not around Hippie's house. He's only putting stuff out during the summer.
No. Year round.
Oh, you put it out year round?
Oh, in the winter, we only have a couple of different breeds of birds that come. So it's not chickadees, a few others. Nothing like waking up in the morning here and all you just hear is, 10, 12 different kinds of birds.
South Alabama, thank you, Fact Finder.
All right. Says most hummingbirds die their first year.
Oh, wow.
Those are the ones that live around Hippie.
What is this video here?
And Jason probably too, because he's got to stop filling his hummingbird feeder with beer.
But it's so funny when they keep trying to fly into the windows. I can't stop. It's fucking great.
Oh, this is a pretty cool video. Somebody posted up. I'll play a chunk of it. It's kind of funny. Let's see here. Prison. AFE put it up. It's of a squirrel versus Slinky.
A squirrel versus a slinky?
Yep.
Oh, you have that. Play that. I'm interested in seeing that.
Danny's thoughts. Hi, Danny's thoughts.
That's funny.
Funny. It's not over yet. But let's just stop it for a minute.
That's almost as funny as my poop lady video.
I've given up on even trying to stop them because no matter what you do, they are insanely smart. There's no doubt.
Yeah, but this gives me some ideas. I just got to go get some slinkies.
Right?
Kind of reminds
not
me of
done
the Eric
yet.
Brandt joke.
For the what?
The Eric Brandt joke.
He's not giving up.
It's a good deterrent.
Well, he's a determined little squirrel.
Not done yet.
He's like, I will climb this pole. I will climb this pole.
I'll come from a different angle. It'll work.
He's like, I'm going for the slinky challenge.
Oh my God, he's inside of it. What the fuck? He got inside of that shit.
That's not even funny, but it's funny.
It is funny as fuck.
Squirrel versus electricity, birds only. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that doesn't sound...
I think the squirrel is going to be on the losing end of this one.
Let's see. What are we looking at? 7,
Oh, you got to play it now.
1 million views.
Child.
To say, this greedy little squirrel ate this lighthouse feeder empty of black oiled, oh, I missed it, sunflowers. Go back for a second. This greedy little squirrel ate the lighthouse feeder empty of black oiled sunflower seeds in a matter of 3 days.
Wow.
Okay.
Look at how healthy it looks.
See, I told you, they eat bird seed. You're feeding the squirrels.
Oh, believe me, I know I'm feeding.
Look at them.
Kind of an interesting looking squirrel. He's got some red on him.
He's like, birds, I got this.
Look, he's even got little cups to put them in.
Yeah, and that little umbrella one looks like it's a hummingbird feeder.
You know, it's funny too when you Google it, right? They take all the seeds and they put a mouthful somewhere and then they forget. They only remember where like 20% of what they hide is. So it's like, it's a waste.
Well, no, they leave it for their friend. These seeds were not enough for the greedy squirrel. So she had to eat what? Missed it.
Oh, he electrifies it literally. Oh my God. I don't know about that. He literally electrifying it.
It's like, I'm going to get this greedy ass squirrel.
Yeah, he's like $30 a bag. We'll see about that.
Oh, shit. He's going to put all the cords.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, he's a real squirrel hater. Kids, do not try this at home.
Right?
Disclaimer for the channel. Videos played on the channel is not necessarily agreed by the channel owner or anybody else on panel or in chat. Please use your own moral compass.
Here we go. Let's see what happens.
He's like, hey, thanks for the climb. Oh, shit, that hurt. Look at him. Shake it off. Shake it. Shake it off. But he hasn't learned. He's going to go back. He's like, that didn't happen before.
He's nuts.
Yeah, literally.
Try that again.
I can do this. I can do this.
I can do this.
It's like, wait a minute. Was it this pole? Nobody's looking. I must be safe. No humans here.
Mark
Maybe
Rober
if I
does
try
some
the
pretty
left
cool
side.
shit when it comes to animals and things on his YouTube channel.
Right?
Did you ever hear of him, Mark Rober?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Oops. I don't know if this is a good one. Better that you think twice about it.
Great stuff, huh?
Squirrel's like, I just don't know if I want to do this again. Is it really worth it? But I'm starving. Nah, I don't think so. Wait, but I'm really hungry. I'm going for it. Ouch!
How soon do we forget? He's like, wait, did I just get shot? The hell just happened? Great video.
He's shaking it off again. He's like, I'm not giving up.
Did I imagine that just happened? Let me try it again.
Something on the ground? Let me smell. Oh. Look, I can walk. Why tease me? Why put the food out here if you don't want me to have it? It must be for me. I don't smell any pee around here. It's worth another try. I'm going for it. Big jump. Get past the first round. I'm there. Look, my tail's a little crooked now. Ouch! Oh, fuck this place. I'm out.
It must not hurt him, I'm sure. I mean, YouTube
It's probably a low voltage.
It's got 1 million views. This 3 years ago, 1 million views, 7,000 subscribers. Michigan Muck.
Well, people probably looked up how to.
Don't they use those for dogs to keep them inside the fence and things like that?
Right?
So, yeah.
Sheep.
And those are domestic animals, and these are.
Jesus.
I gave you the link to the other squirrel video. It's got 111 million views.
Really?
It's Mark Rober. I can't believe I've never seen his shit.
No, drop a link.
It's in your private chat.
You know what I haven't seen
He's
yet?
got 24 million subscribers. He's more like a scientist. He does.
I think I must. Yeah, I've seen this guy before. Yeah.
It's educational. The kids watch him, which is good. It's funny,
Yeah, Mark,
educational shit for fans.
24 million subscribers. I wouldn't even dare play his stuff.
Woo!
No, just watch it.
Woo!
I don't think he'd give a Actually, yeah, don't bother. You're kind of.
He's got
monetized.
quite the maze for the squirrel, though.
Yeah, you're monetized. Don't share it.
You know what would be funny is if you loaded up the feeder with X-Lax.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then what happens if they shit all over your stuff?
When I was a kid, I always used to
Outside.
hear rumors of people giving Alka-Seltzer to seagulls with peanut butter. They would gobble that down and then blow up, literally.
Yeah, that's gross.
That is gross.
In the state of Massachusetts, it's actually illegal to harm a seagull.
Right. Which is weird because
what?
it's a fucking dump bird. Seagulls are weird, though. I remember I would be 60 miles offshore when I used to sea clam years ago. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here would come a fucking seagull, and he'd fly up and land on the boat, and he'd hang out for 2 or 3 hours and check us out, watching us work, and then he'd fly off into God knows where. Amazing.
A lot of stamina, them birds.
Right? Mark
Why do they hang
Rober.
out in the Walmart parking lot?
Right? These nuts. These bitch.
Their other favorite places, the Burger King and the McDonald's.
Oh, huge Big Mac right now. Sounds great. See, where I live out here, man, it's fucking 30 miles to get to a Big Mac.
Thank fuck for that.
You're
Make
right.
your own.
Wait, what? That would mean doing stuff. Get that.
Ask your wife really nicely and pay her to do it.
Right?
Pay her to do
Pay her to do it. She's got all the money already. I give her every penny of my money. I don't take a penny.
I'd do the same, but then we'd be broke.
Right?
We'd have a lot of posters and weird shit on the walls, but yeah. I'll keep the money. I'll keep control of the money.
Gotcha. Which probably what would happen here. A bunch of concert t-shirts hanging on the wall, Coke straws hanging everywhere, you know, labels of different parties they were from, and
flights to Korea with her and the kids going to see a concert. Oh shit, the credit card's up to 40 grand. Oh, you.
They wouldn't give me that much money, so I don't have to worry. But yeah, I've had my fair share of credit card issues.
You know, I was actually watching a thing about that the other day. There's a about the credit cards. So when you get a credit card and you run up the thing and then you just, you know, whatever reason you can't pay it or whatever, when they charge it off, what they actually do is when they charge it off is that actually is a tax write-off for that company. So say
a loss.
Right. So they're actually getting credit for that money. So if you had like $1,000 deal, that $1,000 they're getting tax credit for it. So they're being paid for it, even though you didn't pay on it. So when they sell that off to a debt collector, right? Your contract is with the original person, whether it be Capital One or whatever. When they sell it off for pennies on the dollar, you contract with that debt collector. So technically, you have no contract with them, and thus they.
Breaking up pretty bad. I don't know.
I got to tell you, that Mark Rober squirrel video I just watched, Jason, is pretty awesome.
John, you roboted big time there at the end, but I know 100% what you're getting at, and you're right.
Did I cut out?
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, just near the end.
Yeah. So what happens is that debt collector, because you don't have a contract with them, they can't collect on that money. So essentially, you have no contract, and because you have no contract, they're not allowed to collect.
And with the threats they make, you could probably fucking take them to court and sue them. Some of them, they go off the fucking wall.
343. Well,
I'm gonna let you go. That was my grandson yelling for me.
All right.
Nice. Gotta love them kids. I think I'm gonna shut down, guys. I'm gonna bow out.
Here.
Hey, Hippie, hit me up in a few.
Have a great day, everyone. Bye, John. Bye, Hippie. Bye, South Alabama. See you, Jason.
South Alabama. I'll hit you up a little later, South Alabama. Bye, Jason. Love you.
Take care. Hit Byron up if you're bored.
Yeah, I will. I gotta get something to eat. I'm starved.
All right.
So
Take care.
later. Bye, everybody. Peace and pot leaves.